All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 20 of The Savage Tide. I'm your host and game master, Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. Pronouns, they or he. And I'm ready to rumble. Sorry we couldn't play last week. But I'm here and we're ready to go. We got our new cast members. We got LZT joining us. Take it away, LZT. Who are you? You're muted.
Damn. Does that work now?
Yeah, you're good now. Nope, it doesn't work anymore. What? We were literally just talking. Wait, now it's fine.
Hello? Hi?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, well, I'm still Lima Zulu Tango. Hear him. I'm playing Presco Stormskin, the new character. And yeah, we'll find out more as we play. I'm happy to be on the show.
Yeah.
Dempsey.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Dempsey. I play Crook Monto. I use he or they pronouns. And my inspiration of the day is during a fight, make sure others are watching to ensure they witness your destined fame. Henley.
Yo, what up, honkies? My name's Dave. Former full-time streamer, now full-time masquerade holder. Tonight's masquerade will be mostly about, 4 people playing D&D around a table. It's pretty quaint, I know, but that's how we roll. I'll be playing Pinnell Apple, the Aarakocra rogue swashbuckler. Yeah, that's dumbest race name in the entire D&D, but yeah.
Before I forgot, your objective.
I'm gonna roll a note now.
Okay. Well, then while you're doing that, LZT, what was the objective that you rolled today?
I will explain the folly of human gods, I think.
Perfect.
Where did I put mine?
It's cool. None of us are humans, so,
Yeah.
That's
true.
fine.
Yeah, we got rid of the last human.
So many
true.
more to get rid of.
Okay.
Kelsa. Drop the mic. It's my main woman,
Thanks.
Kelsa.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelsa, she, her pronouns, but I play Bajgo, who is he, him. And today, my, hold on, my character sheet closed. There we go. I will call upon Vathrus, my god, as I accomplish a task that is difficult, or defeat an enemy, and get my revenge.
Okay. Mine is deliver an insult onto a foe that will turn people's heads.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So then that's our character group today. So let's do a quick little recap, and then we'll rock and roll, right? So when we last left our heroes, Vanthus's whereabouts in the ruins of Tomoakin appeared to be a red herring, but the party did not leave empty-handed. They defeated a tremendous flotsam ooze that was keeping their ship in this little nook where they landed. And in the detritus, they found a magic ring to an old pirate corpse. Pinnell, our Aarakocra, took the ring and discovered that that ring is also the home to a soul of a pirate captain. Captain Finney ordered the Black Storm to return to Fort Blackwell for more resupplies and kind of let's figure out what our next move's going to be. And while we were going there, we were waylaid by Nimor the Bronze, a giant dragon, like an adult dragon, basically paying for protection fees. But due to the quick thinking of the captain, you were able to skirt that and make it back to Fort Blackwell okay. However, more important news has shown for Finney as the Witch Warden, the High Witch Warden, the High Priestess of Weejas, the cleric, the god of death and magic, has summoned her back because way back in episode 8 or so, they made a deal with this person, Lux, to do a research agreement about one of the Shadow Pearls that you found back in the Blood Cove. So they've been summoned back to do some extra little research and help them out with divinations and that sort of stuff. And since then, the party kind of had to say goodbye for the time being to Finn. And now they're sort of, I don't know, they lost 2 captains in brief succession. It seems like while indefeatable, the Black Storm captain's spot seems to be transitive in nature. So I think the party is hasn't maybe decided on who the captain's going to be yet. You need a captain, but you find yourselves around one of the nice cozy inns near the docks of Fort Blackwell. It's the top of the Hook, as sailors call it in this area. That's sort of like what they call like the region around Fort Blackwell, sort of the last bit of civilization before open water and stuff. And so you find yourselves at the Stumbling Minotaur, hanging out. I want to ask you all how you're feeling now that you don't have a captain, and maybe we can begin with who's going to pick captain. And I think what's going to happen right now is I think Krusty is going to tell you, Pinella, to be like, son, if you bring me back, I could be your captain. I know a thing or two about boats.
But you do die a lot.
Yeah, but I come back. Can you say
I mean,
that's
you
true
haven't
for your previous captains?
Well, I've only ever known the one, so I can't say I've known what the previous captains died of. Maybe they died of being too intelligent. No, that doesn't sound right.
Well, you never have to worry about me with that problem. Wait a minute.
All right, so
Oh, you got me.
Boschko comes back to the table and like has a fistful of like mugs full of beer, and like sets it down in front of Pinnell and in front of Korik, and like two in front of himself, and like downs one in just like straight up, and then he like stares into the other one, is like, I'm not fit to be captain. I can't do it, Korik. Even the 2 days since Finny was gone, I stuck to the list, and
I've got a very strange suggestion, if you don't mind me hearing it out. Now, how about this? Do you know what a patsy is?
Patsy's a woman's name, I think, human.
What are you talking about?
Well, how about we find any old bum on the street, doesn't matter who it is, and we make him captain. However, he does everything we say. That way, it's a ship ruled by majority vote. Through a patsy.
Why don't
How
we
are we
just
gonna know
the
what to
government.
do?
Well, we can vote on it. That's what's so good about this decision.
So why don't we just run the ship?
And if you guys do anything untoward, and then something happens to the ship, and they're like, "Oh, bring out the captain. He's responsible for all of that crew." We can be like, "Oh, it's this guy," and we push him in front. Very easy, yeah.
I do like that part.
That way, we can wash our hands of the responsibility, still have unanimous decision to make any choice we want, and we can finger someone for a crime that we might potentially maybe commit.
I wasn't planning on doing any crimes.
Well, I sorry, by crime I mean sea crime. It's not regular crime, it's different.
Are you planning on doing crime?
No. Please, I'm a bard.
Is
I'm
that
so confused.
Yeah, is that a valid?
I don't know. Is it valid?
I mean, like, I'm a bard. Like, and what I'm saying is not to you objectively. Like, just everyone else being like, what does a bard have to do with it? Kind of thing.
Listen, a bard never partakes in crime. They only report on crime and fabricate how important it was to everyone. They're entertainers. They're not thieves.
Did you go to the Bard School of Snitch?
Who said that? All right. So I guess we make a decision here. Yeah. Who's going to be captain? What about that? What about that guy in the armor over in the corner there? He looks like a pretty good patsy fall victim. What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you there real quick. I was really hoping you'd vote for me, son. And since it doesn't seem to be going that way, boy, I'm afraid we might have to be parting ways.
But that would involve me spending all the diamonds that we got and reviving you, and I just met you, and you're inside of my head. So...
Ah, but you're not the only one old Krusty's been speaking to.
I'm sorry, what now?
And there's a chill gust of wind that comes through like as the door opens, and there's nobody standing there. Clearly someone's like, or something is like invisible, or another plane is kind of like interacting here. It's spooky, ghost-like. And that's when you hear Krusty go, "Ah, just in time!" And you hear the little disconnect button of your telepathy. The soul is no longer in that gem.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the patrons of the bar, you can see that like there's there's a hushed tone. Everyone's kind of looking at the door here, and then seemingly out of out of nowhere, a puddle begins to form. It soaks the dark wood already to like a wet puddle, and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper in color, and begins to sort of like gently flood. And everyone's like, what is going on? And a guy's like, what in the like, who's casting magic, kind of, right? And then
Boschko stands up and he's got his black spear javelin in his hand already, and he's like looking around like, who does he attack?
Yeah,
He's just not.
well,
Yeah, Korik's gonna stand up and get his sword ready.
Yeah.
Hold your spears. It's just Krusty.
Yeah. And then from the water, like coming out of the water, is like a dripping, wet, invisible figure, but based on like the tricorn hat and stuff like that. And then you hear a voice that Panel you know very well. It says, "Ah, well, this might do." And you see the basically you just imagine
Someone
a
get
silhouette
that
of just
man
water
some
dropping
pants.
down. Right? He's still invisible. It's just the form of like dropping water over his body, right? Like, so like you can see the sort of contours, but not really like him. Yes, this is the ghost. And everyone's like,
Ooh,
"Ah,
you're looking
by the
very
gods!"
translucent.
And yeah, and he's like,
Calm down, everyone. It's just a ghost. It's just a ghost.
Just a ghost. Korik, what do I do?
I don't know. I haven't seen a ghost before.
I mean,
I
you
wish Vinny
clearly
was here.
have. There's one standing in front of you.
yeah, yeah, and he's like, "Do not be alarmed, lads, for it is I, Krusty, born again." Mwah! And he laughs like at a reverberate, and there's like a kind of a swirling, like the windows begin to fog up with like mist and rain from inside this place, and OZT, you're in this bar. Describe for us your character and their response to this.
My character is how much. Okay, but my response to that is, oh look, someone's got a new body. That's awfully convenient. And there's a character sitting in the corner with a
Tell us a little bit what you look like, and then what you do.
Yeah, I look human, just look like a human's been dipped in ink. Because I'm like brown halfway up the face with like speckles of red, like freckles, and then kind of a very dark brown, blackish up from there. And the hair is raven black hair, like combed back, looks like it's wet all the time. And I'm sitting in a corner reading from a small red book.
Okay. Well, Krusty.
What race are you? Sorry.
I look human.
Yeah, looks human is the right answer.
All right.
Yeah. So, let me be more pointed then. This is somebody on your list,
Yes, that's why I'm reading my book.
right? And you see down on so the camera kind of pans down to your book. What is your book is it like written on kelp? Is it like a waterlogged book? It looks like very ancient. It should probably feel a little spooky or convey some sort of like old.
You know what? If you take regular like a book now and dip it in water and take it
Yeah.
out, and it looks like
Warped.
crusty and crusty. Haha. Yeah, warped. Exactly. That's what the pages look like, and it's bound in like dark red leather with
Yeah.
the hand.
Yeah, and so the camera pans down at the warped pages, and in the text, it sort of like swirls. The ink kind of swirls, and you see the name like Krusty on one of the pages here, and that's when you hear Krusty like, so this is the first time maybe I'm out of the ring in quite some time. It'll only be a little bit longer till I have my full power. But you all remember the day you've met Krusty, and boy,
But
Krusty cannot
Finney
die.
said that- pretty sure Finney said this wasn't supposed to happen.
No, and instead, from outside, that sort of extra like force. You can all kind of feel another presence nearby, and that presence reveals itself, and you all have to. You see a result of kind of a revolting sight. It seems to be some sort of creature made out of kelp, made out of sort of like not quite like fish scales, but something bespoke, not even humanoid shaped. It seems to be just like a lump, not quite like a what's the thing from Doctor Who that's exterminate Dalek? What is it called? Dalek, right?
Dalek.
It's just like a mound of kelp, and it says, and it's sort of like wobbly voice. It tries to utter the words of common that says, "The deal has been struck," and that makes everybody want to leave, but kind of the door is shut. What do
I'm
y'all do?
slowly pulling out my book, and I'm like, I flick it open, and I lick my thumb,
Mhm.
and then I start like writing everything that's happening. It's just like transfixed on what's happening in the room right now.
Okay. Then the waterlogged ghost apparition of Krusty will take off its wet hat. So you just see like once again just like dripping rain like take off this sort of tricorn hat, and like he proceeds to bow, puts his hat back on, and those two will leave.
Together.
Yes. If no one
Bye,
wants to
Krusty.
intervene, they're gonna leave.
Oh, actually,
Bashka was
I'm
looking at
gonna.
Korik.
I'm
He's
I'm gonna
so ready to
scooch
go,
up to
but
him.
he won't do
Yeah.
it without Korik.
Okay, I'm gonna scooch up to Krusty, and I'm just like, before you go, you did promise me a story.
Okay. What he'll do is you get close to him, and he goes, how about a ghost story?" And from the rain gets sort of like heavier around his face, and the rain turns to like a mist and cloud from his face, and then the mist sort of parts, and you just see a skull, like a human skull. And it's a frightening visage. Can you make a wisdom save for me, please?
Don't I have that ring on where I don't have to do that?
No, this is a frighten effect.
Oh, this is frighten? Okay.
Yeah,
Wisdom save, you said?
correct. It's a wisdom saving
How do you
throw.
do savings on this? Oh, there's a box at the top. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Do we have inspiration at the start of every session?
Yes, we do.
All right, I will spend that now. If that's okay.
Okay. Yep. You have to declare it before you roll, so that's good.
Advantage.
Good for me.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
19.
Awesome. You are not afraid. This is a very cool effect. Just to tell
Yeah,
you,
I'm just like, whoa, that's a really interesting effect. Like, what type of magic is that? And I start like taking notes down.
Here's the thing, though. When that happens to you, everyone else like shrieks and cries in fear, some in agony. Let's just say everyone else is kind of in range of this, considering everyone's kind of looking at this transfixedly. Can you all also make wisdom saves for me, please? Because this is happening.
Only because I haven't actually started raging yet.
Yep.
Is frightened a charm effect?
I don't think it is.
No.
I think it's a charisma thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a charm effect.
It's like,
It's a fear effect.
Fear effects and charm effects are separate.
Yeah.
Ooh.
hey, doesn't matter.
Okay, everyone's good except for Bajko.
Which is
Bajko.
kind
Of
of fitting.
course.
It's kind of fitting.
Bajko, can you roll a 1d4 for me, please?
I
Uh-oh.
can.
Okay. That's good. How old are you?
I think 19?
Okay. Cool. I'll get back to you in a second.
Happy
So-
birthday!
So for everyone who passes this save, you're able to withstand this sort of supernatural horror. However, many people at this bar are not. Some literally pass out. Others seem to like literally just like curl up into a ball. Others just try to like take cover. Imagine sort of the feeling of like when the Black Riders go through Bree and the Fellowship, of like everyone is like stone cold. Everyone feels wet and shivering, and immediately like wants to hide. Except for you all who made your saves, and now yeah. So he has no interest in telling you a story. He's like saying, "This is his farewell." It's like, "How's that for a story?" And we'll leave.
It's not really a story. What? Asshole.
I wanna run in and attack him.
Mhm.
That's what I want to do. But first, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna use magic weapon.
Okay. Well, that takes an action.
It takes a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Gonna run and attack him.
Okay. Let's do a quick initiative check between you and the captain.
Okay.
Get him. Get that cowardly ghost.
Okay. The captain's gonna begin. And the captain's gonna be like, "Well, that's me cue to leave," and is going to go through the floor, like through the puddle rather than through the door. There's still the shambling kelp creature, the kelp Dalek.
Okay.
Yeah, like as quickly as he appears, he seems to the water just drops to the floor, and you can see it kind of leaching through the wood.
Is there any chance of a reaction to cast anything?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a spell that's a reaction, that could possibly
I'll have a
happen.
look.
But yeah, Korik, you have charged your weapon and you're like ready to strike this thing, and it goes through the floor. This thing can move incorporeally.
Okay. Great. I'm gonna attack the kelp.
Okay.
Lump. Because it's the only thing in front of him, and he's not having it today.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
That's a 12.
No.
Okay.
It
He has one beer and he starts attacking random things in the bar. I don't know how I take
I get another attack.
Yeah, the kelp bends and compresses itself as you try to cleave like the top of it off the, and
Okay.
What do you call it? Turn it into a topiary figure. It wants to avoid that as best as possible. A kelp topiary.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna attack it again. That's
17.
an 18.
Okay.
18
That
for the
time,
magic weapon.
you would your strike would be hitting true. However, you can see that as it's coming down at it, the kelp sort of makes a shield in front of it out of more kelp, and it just batters off the shield as it sort of parries your blow. It casts shield, giving it reactively additional armor.
2 armor, I think it is.
Yeah, because it sees your weapon as magical. Do you speak Abyssal?
I do, because I was taking
That's
Abyssal
right.
lessons.
Right. Right. Okay. Perfect.
That's
My
like
classes?
the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like if you take that out of context, it's just. I
taking
study
Abyssal
Abyssal.
lessons. I was making Finny teach me how to speak Abyssal.
That's
Got
Well,
Duolingo on
the
your
creature,
phone.
the creature says, "You mortals always let a soul go to waste."
I mean, it's not like it rotted. He was just hanging out. I thought he was a buddy.
Do you speak Abyssal?
Oh, fuck
Final?
no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Right. So it just
Maybe-
sounds like
Sorry.
Rabajan Cabanino, and yeah, and it goes, and that's that's what it says.
Yeah. Korik's gonna, I guess he's gonna yell, he's gonna roar. He doesn't know what else to do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of like free play. Initiative was just to determine who would act first, like whether he would get away before you get a strike or not. Feel free to speak up. Like it's kind of just like popcorn, whatever you guys want to do. Here.
Abyssal swamp sketty monster. Why are you here? Yeah, there we go.
I was only frightened of the ghost who's gone now, so I can come attack this. What did you call it? Abyssal swamp sketty monster.
Yeah. Kelp Dalek, swamp spaghetti monster. You're not sure what it is, unless no, I'm pretty sure none of you.
Know what it is to put my
LCT's character would know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Would you like me to tell your story? Or would you perhaps like to leave? Maybe. No? Well, I'm out of ideas. I don't know.
Do I know what it is?
You do.
What is it?
This is a creature. This is some type of Yugoloth, which is a type of demon.
Okay.
Normally, a kelp form of Yugoloth would probably serve Demogorgon or Dagon, but this one looks a little bit different. This one doesn't have the telltale signs of that. It seems to be operating independently.
So, would you say heretically?
Yes.
Okay. Sacred Flame the shit.
Okay.
Why is everyone so hell-bent on hurting this poor creature?
Yeah.
Because we're really angry inside.
Okay, so it needs to make a dexterity save, right?
Yes.
And slightly tipsy.
Interesting. Okay, I was totally banking that a Yugoloth is in the compendium. Oh, that's fine. It's a dexterity save, right?
Yes.
Cool. I should have been. Oops, I was supposed to be to keep highest one. Well, that's fine. It's not. It didn't roll a 37. It rolled a 23, which is enough. Does it take half damage on your stuff,
yes.
or?
I think Sacred Flame, it takes no damage on a dex save. You're using a
It's the cantrip one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using
Yeah,
cantrip?
no, must succeed or take. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
save for
No.
none.
Yeah. So you hear an abyssal, right? Your magic does not affect me, right? But everyone else, you were just here. And yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pop a rage and I'm just gonna jump over the table with my warhammer and attack it.
Okay.
Look, I'm reckless. That's my deal, okay? Thinking of reckless, this is going to be a reckless attack, so I'm going to have advantage.
Sure. Yeah. You want to turn this kelp into Nori?
I sure do.
That will beat its shield.
Bam.
Your weapon isn't magical, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay. It just plunges and hits the rubbery kelp body. You know
I'm
it
gonna
doesn't
hit
do
it
as
again
yeah. You know it
because I
doesn't do as
can't.
much damage as it should. Hitting it.
Because I can't not.
You're getting kind of used to that feeling.
Yeah, I get to hit it 2 more times. Well, I get to attack it 2 more times. We'll see if I actually hit it or not.
Yep.
Hey.
Okay.
Sorry, that last one should be a 17. I forgot to turn off advantage,
Okay.
actually.
That one will not hit. The third one does not hit.
I'm starting to think it's AC.
It is all
might
of
be-
them with reckless attack. I do get it on all of them. I lied. So 22.
Then through recklessly attacking with your backswing, you do end up
Yeah.
actually hitting it, clobbering it in the head. Nicely done. But yeah, that is a total. How much damage is that total? My math
Let's
sucks.
see. 8 and 12 is 20, plus 15 is 35.
35. Nice. Okay, so it gets halved. Okay. Cool.
Pretty chunk.
Yeah, that's a good chunk.
Well then, if everyone's already done an attack,
Mhm.
I will draw my swords, and I'll go in for a sneak attack.
Okay.
When you're like, I'm going to draw my swords, I'm sure you're still there with your book and you're just scribbling. And
Well, I was actually thinking about sliding over the bar and making a Molotov cocktail to throw at this thing, but then I realized we're inside a bar, and I was like, that could be bad. So
They
I'll
haven't
just
been
attack it.
invented yet.
Bards can come up with everything. It's alchemist drank. No, I'm going to.
Close enough.
Yeah, so I'll scimitar, my good man.
Okay.
And now, remind me, do I get advantage if someone's nearby it, or is that what? Yeah, I
No,
do,
you
right?
don't get advantage when somebody's nearby. You just are able to do your sneak attack.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a combo of both of those things. I'm sorry, it's only one of those things.
Ooh.
It's when you're 5 foot next to an ally attacking an enemy creature, or a creature is next to an enemy. There's like a specific wording that says like if you're in like if you're in a free for all situation, you still get the advantage. It's really like the way the wording is supposed to say. But yeah, your first attack gets sneak attack.
Okay. You don't need advantage on the. Oh, I see. Normally I'd need advantage on. I need to have advantage to get the sneak attack, but because someone's close by. Yeah, I get you. Normal roll. Well, bam. That good enough for you?
Nope, because it has its kelp shield up. So you all batter against and try to slice up this kelp shield. It gets chopped
Hold
as you.
up.
Okay.
I got an offhand. Let's go.
Okay.
How's a 19 do you?
A 19 breaks it. You're able to
yeah.
You're able to get through its kelp shield.
So that is 9.
9
Sweet
total.
damage
Okay.
do.
Your scimitar isn't magical though, right?
No, it is not. However, what else? I can move. It has disadvantage on attack rolls. No, what was it? It was something in here. Something weird about the swashbuckler. Is it defensive duelist?
So you have done 17, and then you're adding 9, but that gets halved to 4. Okay.
You can use your reaction to add a proficiency bonus to an AC for that attack. No, that's what? No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Starting at 3rd level. Wait, what? I know there's something in here about it. Okay. You learn to land a strike, then slip away without reprisal during your turn. If you make a melee attack against a creature that creature cannot make an attack of opportunity against you for the rest of your turn. So yeah,
There
I
you
back
go.
away after.
Yeah, that's a swashbuckling
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I knew there was something in there about that. So yeah, I jump in and jump
Okay.
out sort of thing.
So here's the issue, though. This isn't an opportunity attack. This is because the amount of damage it has taken. You have plunged your blade into a vulnerable spot of this creature. However, as you pull out your blade, it shoots out a sort of like kelpy demonic spore around it, affecting everyone who's close by. So this would be the three of you. So I need each of you to make a reflex save or a dexterity saving throw for me, please. Not you, LZT, because I think you're casting from a little bit far away. You're not like directly close to it, like within 5 feet, so to speak. Anyone who's immune to poison can ignore this.
So I'd be fine anyway.
Yeah.
I have advantage because I'm a barbarian, but 13 is not that much higher than a 12.
No, that's not going to do it.
Okay, so you said dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Roger.
Oof.
Oh,
Cork, are you immune? Aren't you immune to poison?
Or
Or is that the one thing you're not? You found my weakness. Bullets.
Immunity to disease, fatigue, charm, stunning, and pain-related effects. I don't know if poison falls into
Nope.
that.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a hell of a loophole.
Everything except.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the issue, y'all. It was a DC 14 saving throw.
I had a +6 on it and I still couldn't fucking do it.
You all will take 49 points of poison damage.
And I don't even get to have that with my
Oh my
barbarian.
God.
range.
Hey,
Fine.
excuse me?
It's fine.
49?
Yep.
Like,
49?
49 points. Yeah.
Excuse
You
me.
fucking what, mate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm down.
It's Spore
I'm
Kissed.
still standing. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm still up.
I have 29 hit points. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's gonna I get that nice second line.
LZT.
Yeah, orcs are great.
Yeah.
I didn't even get that far.
LZT, I should call you by your character name. Forgive me. Presco, you immediately, if you've seen these spores before, this is the work of Zugdemoy, a demon lord.
Damn.
Clearly, this creature has switched allegiances at some point in its very, very, very long lifespan, from no longer serving the deep sea aquatics of the of either Dagon or the Demogorgon or who else would underwater kind of demon
I'm
lords.
very, very
Now
much
works with a
offended.
fungal one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like but you can still back away, right? But it's surprised that you wounded it that much. It makes that sort of searing sound that you hear when like Sauron got its fingers chopped off and like gets clumped, when like that explosion that comes out of it, like at the very start of the movie. Here, like you hear that sound like the gas is released, and you hear like this, like as it's like healing it, trying to heal itself.
Healing.
I'll smash it again.
Yeah.
I'd love to punch it with stone water.
Okay. This thing does not look very hurt.
No, but
I don't have it.
my-
Like we're doing Theater of the Mind right now, but imagine it lost a fifth of its hit points. Okay, just so you get that. So for perspective, what's
I'm
going on?
going to hit it very hardly
Okay.
across the face or
Yeah.
facial
See,
region.
you can take
with
that.
the
You can
big
take
board.
that either way. He said very hardly. So
Yes.
either it's going to be an
Yes,
extreme
it's
amount of
gonna
damage,
be great, or I'm going to
or a
miss.
low amount of damage.
Okay.
I will strike it roughly across
Mhm.
the face.
I would like to remind you all, not to say to do this, but this is a demon and a fiend, and therefore capable of being turned, or spined, or censored, or that kind of stuff. It's not of this plane. Wow, you rolled a natural one, so hardly indeed.
Well, I'm going to the bar.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy? Well, he fell on his face, but
Yeah.
on the plus side, he's not
Through
even within striking.
Well, with this, LZT, I like to be generous when it comes to what natural ones look like. I think our characters are not fools. So I think what this looks like, though, is the opposite. It's just that the other creature has sort of the upper hand here. And, like, you try to, like, get to the side of it after its spores thing gets wounded to come down. As it comes down, it just wraps its kelp around your arms and says, "Oh, Stonewater, I know this. I know you." And it's, it grabs you and it's like, "Give Dagon my regards." And, it's like holds it and like pulls it close to its face kind of thing, right? Ooh, no, what else it says, actually? It says, what would be the word? Like, it wants you to join its allegiance, like, join me. Like, rebuke, is it rebuke? Refute? Is it refute? Is it refute, Dagon? Like, what's the word to, like, give up a god? To say, like, I no longer, like, to like, say, like, fuck that god. You know what I mean? What's the word? I'm not, this isn't a quiz. I genuinely don't know the word. I think it's refute. Like, when you know, like, to be an apostate, like, to, like, this thing is gone, right? You're dead to me. What that word is. No? Okay. Well, yeah, anyways, like, that's what it says to you. It's like, like, refute Dagon, work for me, kind of thing, right? Like, join the dark side. The darker side. I mean, it's very dark. Everything here is dark. I don't know.
Is it attacking me?
It's not its turn yet. It's just like it grabs you when you, like, because you rolled a 1. Rather than it looking like you're an idiot, it looks strong in this moment where it, like, grabs you and it's like,
I
join
look
me.
into where I think its ocular senses are.
Yeah.
Whether that be eyes or
Yeah.
tendrils or whatever, and I just smile.
Very well.
I think it's renounce.
Renounce. Thank you.
Renown.
Renounce. Yeah. Renounce. That's
That makes sense.
that is the word. Don't know why I couldn't remember it, but there we go. Yeah, right.
Hey, I have a reason.
Very
English
well.
is not my mother tongue. I have a reason.
Yeah. Very well. Be annihilated. And I only have one, like, evil voice, right? And that's not just that super low register. Let's just go with it,
Hey,
right?
on the plus side, it's a very evil voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you can't go any more evil than that, though.
No.
You're kind of you set the bar. There's no, like, now you have to go, like, super high evil. Like Chucky.
destroyed. I am the knight, which burns. Yeah.
I forgot something critical.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
critical.
Okay.
I have Aura of Protection. And I have a +2 bonus.
That is
to that.
extremely critical.
Yeah. I would
well-
also like to argue that I wasn't near the creature when he exploded, but that's cool.
I mean, it was at the point of damage, right? Like, when you
okay.
stab it, it explodes, right? Like, it's...
That makes sense.
The reflex
I'll sit
save is
here
to
and
represent
continue
the
to gag.
chance of, like, you're right, like, you may not be hit, and that's the represented by the reflex save.
Mhm.
Okay.
That would be for both. That would make me.
You just cut out, but you're good now.
Oh yeah, but both Boschko and Pinapple would have succeeded in that case.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
I mean, it's one other friendly creature, and that's entirely up to whenever you or a friendly creature. So
Well, yeah,
it's
So your
creature,
party.
it's not just one.
the whole
Yeah.
party's within 10 feet of this thing.
It's the party,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So that's good.
It's constantly. It's not like just one at
well-
a time.
Well,
The party +1.
okay. Well,
You weren't
What I would
enraged.
s-
Don't worry about it.
what I would say is, in the interest of the story, that I'm not going to, like, retroactively do that. However, on its turn, it's going to begin to, like, shift its way out of here. Anyways, which is why. Right, and so you can feel the kelp release stone water from ULZT, and you all can feel this, like, underneath you and sort of around itself. You can feel this more, like, swirling water, and it's going to say, "Find me when you're stronger. Look forward to annihilating you," and it also drips through the floor. Only this time,
As it-
yeah.
I cough out. Get a better vocabulary.
And Bojko just beats his warhammer against the floor where he disappeared. Because that's Bojko.
Yeah. So the fight is over. You all have a chance to breathe for a minute.
Well, I'm dead. So-
Yeah. You're unconscious,
it's
right?
that.
Not dead.
No, I'm 0. Death
Yeah.
saving throws. Let's go.
Well,
If it was a couple points higher, it would have killed me outright.
I'm gonna use some lay on hands on Vanilla Apple. When it's all over.
yeah. We're out of combat. I turned off the music. I think we're okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
I cast Spare the Dying, so he doesn't. So he stabilizes
Okay.
because it's a cantrip, so it's free.
What does? Well, hold on. Okay. So when you cast this, though, let's talk about what it looks like for you when you cast it. Does it just look like any other Spare the Dying?
No, it most certainly doesn't. My hand gets like a. Instead of the hand shining with radiant light, it's a blue blackish kind of light. It looks like a water blob around my hand, and I just wave it over, and it leaves a streak of water in the sky, in the air where my hand was.
Perfect.
It's like obvious ocean or water-related magic.
Well, I guess I don't see it, so there's that.
Yeah,
I have that
well-
going for me at least.
On the plus side.
You don't. I don't know. You don't. It's not that you don't see the magical effects though, but you're brought back, and I think it feels like your head got dunked in water, right? And you're just
Yeah.
like woken up.
You feel waterlogged.
Yeah, right. Like, and you feel like you have to choke for a minute as you like come back from being spared the dying from them, right? Like quickly, like your head just was given a swirly, right? Like it's like a real quick like baptism in the water.
Yeah, imagine that someone said waterboarding in Guantanamo Bay, and you didn't know what either of those two things.
Yeah, but it gets you
Sign
awake.
me up. I'm interested.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, you feel waterboarded,
No,
but
yeah.
not gasping
Now the
for breath.
lighthouse makes sense.
So, in the interest of like, we're not gonna worry too much about like, hey, you fucked up my bar, kind of thing yet or anything. Let's just focus on meeting LZT. It's meeting Presco. So so Presco also then saves your friend. Everyone else is still kind of cowering, and actually also this is a good time to talk about what happened to you, Kelsa, failing that save. You've aged 10
Yeah.
years.
Okay. I was wrong. He was
10?
18, so now he is
You're 28. You've literally
Yeah,
aged
sudden-
in an instant.
He
So, like,
stands
you-
up and he looks.
You probably feel the same. How old do half-orcs live? I think it's like to 60 or so, right?
It's
Yeah, it's
like
a-
Oh
80.
god!
No, it's less
than
than human.
humans,
It's less
for
than
sure.
humans. Yeah.
Holy shit! If that hit me, Eric, that would have killed me.
Well, here's the thing. It's when you
I'm
fail.
5 years old. They live to like
Yeah.
they live to like fucking 19 years old.
Yeah. It can age you up to, if you would have rolled a 4, it would have aged you 40 years.
I would have been. That would have straight killed me. I would have collapsed. My
You
bones
would have been
like,
the oldest bird person ever for a
I'd
very
have
short period of time.
I'd be like, carry me around in a wheelbarrow for the next 3 episodes while I roll up a new character.
Yeah, I don't think that Bojko notices it all, but I'm pretty sure that Korik would notice.
Yeah. That's
I don't know, cool.
that's
Pretty dumb.
amazing. That's such a cool. Hold on a second. This is such a cool way to kill a character.
Right?
In a way that because a lot of spells say if you don't die of old age, to bring
Mhm.
them back. And so if you die of old, holy shit. Oh, that's such an easy. That's a weird loophole to kill. I'm not saying kill your characters. I'm just saying that's an interesting loophole. That I'm not sure.
You're just going to put that in the memory bank for next time.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna probably go across him again, and that means you better come prepared, right? Forewarned now is forearmed. You've experienced 2 creatures this time. Yeah, you haven't seen the last of Krusty, and apparently Krusty has been had a little thing on the side with another creature. silently.
Uh,
Since you saved him, he's been
saved is a strong word, Eric Walgeris.
right. Well, was it planned? Was it improvised? Who knows?
So I'll sit up, and I'll look around the room, and I'm like, I didn't just die from a seaweed monster farting on me, did I?
You seem to be alive now.
You almost did.
I mean, you look older. I actually might be dead. I mean, and did I get older? How old am I? Count my rings. I like put my foot up in the air.
Chop off a leg and count the bone marrow rings.
Is that how birds age? I'm confused.
How old are you?
I'm 5. The ripe old age of 5.
It seems pretty young.
No.
And you're alone?
Oh yeah. Come on now. I'm not like those other Aarakocras that stay with their parents till they're 9 years old. Come on now. Don't be crazy. There's so much world to see. Anyway, I stand up and I put my feathered claw hand on the chest of what was your character's name, Lima?
Presco.
All right. I put my hand on Presco's plate and I say, "Thank you, friend, for throwing your toilet water on my face. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Pindle. These are my orcish companions. The older one, that's Bajko.
No, it's me. I'm in my
You're back.
30s.
Korik's older. He's always been older.
Well, the one that's
Definitely
older
older.
now is Bajko. And the
I'm
more
still
handsome
older.
younger one is Korik.
I'm also not handsome.
He's
call him
got
the-
weird, like,
We need to
nails and-
establish what Korik looks like.
Yeah, reestablish real quick, just so everyone.
Yeah.
There's a good chance for everyone to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Korik is a 32-year-old half orc. He died and came back, and he is cursed with this like fish curse that makes him slimy and gross and covered in like fish scales and like little spines and horns everywhere, and
Heard you
he's
that.
slimy and
I
gross.
still stand by my statement, by the way. I'm a macaw. So basically what a macaw looks like, that's what I look like. Bright, colorful, parody,
Stereotypical parent.
thematic. Yes, exactly.
Bajko, formerly 18, now 28, is ripped. He's wearing a magical belt and a sash, but not a shirt. And he has like kind of greenish skin, orc style, and essentially an afro, and otherwise clean shaven.
Is that some gray hair I spot there, Bashka?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you used to have a very nice full head of hair, and I'm starting to notice some things up there.
He looks fine to me. And I like slap Bajko on the shoulder.
Thanks, Korik. I knew you always had my back.
When
So-
you stand up, sorry, Henley, what's your character's name?
Oh, right, and
Pindle.
very importantly, he's got a bone septum piercing through his nose.
Ooh.
You've seen that before. That's a sign of a family quest.
Okay. Henley, what was your character name?
Pinnle, like pineapple, but pinnle.
Is it? It's not Pine L Apple.
You can say it however you like.
No.
Pinnle, pinnle, yeah.
When you stand up and like say, "Thank you for throwing your sewage water on my face," my hand reaches out and grabs your hand. And you can see my hand is very long and got like 1.5 inch long claw-like nails on it. And I go, pleasure,
Sorry, what did you say?
pleasure,
Your pleasure.
pleasure,
huh?
pleasure.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm flattered, but I'm only 5 years old. I need to point that out. So I'm just gonna take my hand back real quick. So what's your story? We're looking for a captain. I like put my finger on my nose. The other two in the party. I was like, you look like a person who has traveled the seas before in your plate armor. You look like a fine captain. Would you like to be one?
When you look at my plate armor, you can tell it's made of like turtle skin.
Yeah.
So they are technically plates, but they're very organic looking green plates.
And
All the better to float with. When you
yeah,
eventually fall off the ship.
guess.
Yeah. I mean, you're a bard. You've seen this before. In fact, I'll give this to you just because it'd be interesting. This is the skin of a legendary dragon turtle that has been killed that you've heard the story of. Maybe there's some. I'll leave you to come up with the creative reasons why you can deduce this dragon turtle skin is the way it is. But this is Keel. Is it Keelbane?
Yeah, Keelbane.
Yeah. He's wearing the skin of Keelbane. This is like a signed jersey of LeBron James.
Yeah,
like this is a big deal.
Are you really wearing the skin of Keelbane, the mighty turtle dragon that was killed from the inside out?
And Presco looks down, looks at you, and like, I guess so.
I heard there was a brave knight who climbed inside the sleeping, gaping maw of the turtle dragon and slit his way through from throat to ass and killed the dragon.
It was a turtle, and they always inflate those.
Turtle dragon, it's the same thing. I heard it was at least the size of 7 boats.
And
there must be a lot of plate
and
armor.
Remembers and go, yeah, about.
Wait, are you saying that you were the knight that climbed inside its gaping maw while it was asleep one night?
I didn't say that.
Oh my! I open up my book and I start writing again. It's like the mighty adventure Pinnell Apple almost died to a fart this afternoon, but met the knight that slit the throat of the turtle dragon from face to ass, from the inside out. So he's not the only person that smelt real funky this afternoon. Full stop. It's like, well, I think we found our captain. What do you guys say?
I turn my back and walk over to the bar, and as I turn my back, I say, I'm no captain. I'm a navigator.
He'll be perfect. He knows a thing.
Cork, what do you think? I don't usually trust strangers, but he did help Pinnell, and I can't be the captain, please. I like grab.
Really, I don't want to be the captain.
By his like lapels and
Anyone else?
I can't be the captain, please.
It's true. Both of you are too old to be the captain now. I agree with you.
Too old. Our last captain was like 19.
Yes, and you're both well and truly over the hump. It's okay to admit that.
Everybody knows that 22 is the prime. It's the prime as a captain. 25, you're gone. You're fucked.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. You know, no one wants to watch a 25-year-old pirate on the ocean. Everyone's after that 22-year-old. You know,
So true.
So true. So what's the deal? Is he going to be our patsy? Think of all the gold dragons we could avoid.
I'm going to leave Pinnell Apple there, and I'm gonna go walk up to I forgot your character's name already. LCT.
Fresco.
Presco. I'm gonna walk up to Presco
I
at the
still
bar,
won't. He's going to convince
And,
him. It's going to be awesome.
and I'm gonna like lean on the bar and say, "Where are you headed?"
Oh, he's working it. Watch it. This is a master in action.
Did we arrive at a conclusion on that, Eric?
Yeah, where you're headed isn't a location, but you're
Okay,
looking
what's
for people,
the latest
right?
intelligence I have about my target? Where is that?
Oh, got you. I'm sorry. There's an island.
Without revealing too much.
You've heard of a report down in what's called Rencru? I will ping it on the map. Don't worry about it, chat. I'll show the map later on where it is.
Yeah, we got you, chat.
But just know there's an island, and you've heard reports of your target working with the Crimson Fleet down there.
What was the name?
I'll let you.
I missed it.
It's number 1 on your list. Rencru? I'll write it in
Okay.
chat too.
Ren Crew?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, Ren Crew. I was like, okay.
That's no problem. That's why I always type. I like to type the names and things in chat when I say them. Also, like,
Is it
hey,
an
copy that into your
island
notes.
or
It's
a-
important.
Is it an island or a port?
It's an island. It's an island port. It's a small little community. Not a community. I don't know. It's just an island, nation, city, town. It's kind of all one thing. It's kind of like the main living residence of a group who lives down there. They're
Is it in the Pearl Sea?
yeah, it's in the south near the southern Bahoon Ocean, to the west of the Pirate Isles.
Can you ping it again?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
can you ping it again?
Yeah, let me you know what? Yeah, since we're hanging out here on time,
I was too zoomed in the wrong area,
Same.
so I missed it the first time.
no problem. I will ping it. It is. I think it's. Want to be sure. I think it's this one.
Okay, so
that work?
Gotcha.
I have to look
So
at my notes,
Pearl
but
Sea.
yeah, I'll also I'll add that to the map so it's theirs.
Okay, so when you ask me, I say the Pearl Sea.
What might be relevant
do I know
is
what it
yeah, you do.
Okay.
You all would know that it's the Azure Sea and the Pearl Sea are like the two parts of the same kind of like the same ocean, but like the Pearl Sea is past the Scarlet Brotherhood blockade thing that we mentioned before earlier. Like basically around that hook is the big difference. Basically anything to the south of the pirate city for like kind of like the center point of power of the Scarlet Brotherhood called Narisbin. Anything south of there is really like the beginning of the Pearl Sea, while anything north of that is sort of the Azure Sea. Those are also like that's kind of like it's pretty loose. I'm also not like a Greyhawk like geographer master expert, so let's just go with that, okay? If that's
Sounds good.
cool. Yeah, but yeah. So that's what you know. But I bring up your target because it's number 1 on your list.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see
Presco.
where-
That's
okay,
where you're going is dependent on your target. Right. So anyways, okay, so back to the fiction. In a bar, so where are you headed? And you say that place, you say Rencru.
no, I don't say Renku. I say specifically Pearl Sea.
Okay.
Well, the Pearl
We'll see.
Sea is a big place.
I turned to Bashko and I'm like, that's an ocean, right?
I think so. That's what sea means.
That's perfect. That's
I remember.
perfect because the captain will drive the boat.
I told you, I'm not a captain, navigator.
Look, it's important that we find Ventus. That's what we're after. Doesn't matter where we're going. It matters where he is.
Who?
Yeah, who?
Ventus
Ventus.
Vanderborn.
I'm cool with whatever, guys.
I'll be your captain.
Hey, look at
Wait,
that.
What?
See, you just need to ask. All right, Captain, as your first duty, we need to find this person called Ventus. You think you can make that happen?
What's the latest information you have on this?
Well, he wasn't inside of a ruin. We know that for sure. Right,
So,
guys?
There are a lot of ruins around here.
That's what I told them.
Besides my bogus information about him being into Moshikon, what other information do we have about Vanthus? Like he was with the Scarlet Brotherhood, maybe? Is that right? Refresh my
No.
memory.
So the last thing you knew about him is the Kraken, the Blood Bay and the Kraken's Cove, where you saw things going down. You heard, that he fled that place as best he could, and you know that he never returned to Sassarin. Since then, information got really, really, really spotty. Since then, you've heard that he's
So
been
basically-
marooned somewhere. You heard that he was marooned. He heard that he heard some shit lord tried to start shit with the Scarlet Brotherhood. From Sassarin, and some kind of like noble tried to talk shit and got marooned. You heard that that wasn't true. You heard that he killed that entire crew. You've heard different conflicting reports, but as far as you can tell, that he's probably still alive,
Okay,
or he's
so
dead. You're not sure.
I guess I'm gonna just down my second
90% sure he's alive.
90% sure. I believe he's alive because I haven't personally killed him. So
Well, what I would say is, this is interesting. Presco knows that he's alive because no one dead in that book would still have their name there.
right, but we don't know.
You don't know
Yeah,
that, right?
I'm not sharing that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a new. Once again, it's like new character reintroductions, things that like I worked with LCT about that we never like got into like these weird little niche details. So like, sorry for like having to like tell while we're doing it, but like just in terms of context and stuff like that, blah blah blah.
Fair.
Well, it sounds like we need information, right?
That's why we returned here. Our last lead was cold.
Well, do you know where the best place to get information is?
I like look around and I'm like,
Drunk nobles.
there aren't any nobles here.
Or drunk rich people. It's the same thing.
Well, something to consider.
So, I have this rustic hospitality perk.
Mhm.
Gregaris. No, by popular demand. Sorry. You can always find a place to perform.
Yeah.
Usually in an inn or tavern, at a theater, or even at a noble's court. So I would like to use that as an opportunity to find someone wealthy, someone who has the finger on the pulse of the rumors and that sort of stuff inside of which town are we in?
Fort Blackwell.
Fort Blackwell.
Okay, so as far as your background goes,
Hmm.
I don't think it can get you an audience with a noble here. By that, with just like a snap of your fingers. I think it's possible, but you'll have to persuade them. And you're in a position to do that. You're definitely able to. You probably were using it right now to stay here at the Stumbling Minotaur, right? So, like,
Sure,
if you
yeah.
wanted to try to leverage this by talking, I should be out and say it. It's the governess of this place. Their name is Juliana Turwal. She's kind of like the only like established figure in terms of like a noble big name that would be even considered that here, right? There, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go to. How notable is this inn we're in, by the way?
Not notable. I mean, Fort
Okay.
Blackwell itself is not really notable, right? It's most notable because of geography. Like, it's the last sort of like spot you can resupply in the Azure Sea, like before
Okay.
Nirisbin.
So, what would be a normal way that a bard would ingratiate himself in sort of the higher culture or the higher echelon of a place like this?
It's really hard. You normally have to get their attention. It's not like if you request an audience with somebody, then you're like waiting weeks, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Mhm.
You know that's how that goes. So if you need, you could maybe do it through like, hey, I have an important thing that cannot wait because it's like a pressing existential threat to the city. Like an actual like security problem would be a easy way to get the ear of the person immediately. But if it's just like, hey,
I want to
wanna
get her
stay
into a
with
situation to get her to put her in a good mood and to get her drunk so that rumors and speculation
roll a
will
charisma
float.
save.
Charisma save.
Yeah,
Okay.
this represents your luck and fortune and gregariousness.
Okay.
This isn't like
Fair enough.
investigating. This is just, this will help situate what I want to do. An 18, awesome, cool. It won't cost you too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
2 words there.
That for a low price of 800 gold a head, there is a little say a little gathering happening at the governor's mansion in like a couple days. For you to get in there would require, you to get in there in the good graces, you would require a generous donation, right?
What about as the entertainment?
That would require persuading this person to come here as the entertainment. This person is like their seneschal, like sort of like the head butler, first butler of the manor.
Why don't I use a tool and give a performance so that he will think that it's a good thing?
Well, okay. Let's make this a little challenge here. Because I think first you have to persuade him that, hey, can I be the entertainment? Right. So I think you need to like persuade him to give you the time of day to have this performance.
Okay, persuasion. Right. You can do that.
Yeah, and if that succeeds, then that might let you roll normally. Oh yeah, you're good. Okay. So then go ahead and make your check. Otherwise, I would have said you had to make this check at disadvantage because this dude feels like he's impatient and you're taking up his time. But he's kind of open to it right now. In fact, what he would say is,
"Whoa."
Okay. So this is interesting.
Hot bomb.
That's a natural one. It's very interesting. Because what he was going to say is, yeah, okay. Are we all here? Is it the problem is that you're trying to do this for the whole group?
And Boshko is just really drunk in the background.
I don't think Korok should be there because he's terrifying.
Yeah, okay.
His body is not meant for anybody to view.
But Boshko heard there was going to be free drinks, and whether or not that's true, he's been drinking a lot, and maybe this one represents Boshko dancing to the accordion and then like bumping into you in the middle of your song.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Well, the seneschal is not interested overall, right? The seneschal is he's very polite about it. He's like, well, yes, of course, that was quite interesting, but I think we're gonna keep looking.
Riveting.
Thank you, but I think we're gonna keep looking.
I'm sure there's so many magical accordion players lying about Fort Blackwell that you can bring in as a spectacle to arouse the sensational efforts of your guests and get conversation flowing, Right. But, that's fine.
Then, you hear, a knock on the door, and, another, a little, courier comes in. It's like, sir, we just heard about Yorman from Greyhawk City. He wants to perform tonight. And it's like, Yorman is, a famous, harpsichordist or something like that, right? And you're like, oh. So, that's really...
More
you don't have a shot. You don't have, this is basically like Bach or like Mozart wants to like is like in town and is going to play here instead. So that's really what the one is. So yeah,
That's fair.
This is amazing news, and then obviously as a proficient musician such as yourself, Master Apple, certainly you can see that we're going to go with this other option. You know, And
did you know that he's a hack and a cheat? And I heard that he once.
You're saying this as you're getting escorted out.
Ruined an entire buffet by peeing in the cake.
He peed in the cake as like the door closes. Yeah. So that didn't go well.
I'd like to imagine that they're like, yeah, that would be interesting, but we're gonna go looking for something else. That's the in-character version of, you know what? I'm gonna shop around for a little bit. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tried. Apparently, people don't like good music. I scream at the door, kick it on the way out.
So, yeah. So if you want to ingratiate yourself into the ball, that's you're gonna have to put the money up front now. There's other things you can do rather than just go to a bar. I keep saying that, ball and bar. Instead of going to this ball, for example, it might be fruitful to try to track down the person who sold you that map in the first place. It might be fruitful to talk to other sailors and people on the ground. People have been traveling. Or it might be fruitful to just kick out to sea, kind of going towards the south, and you'll probably get better information the closer you get to where you last heard of him, right? Like the closer you get to, if you can get the net closer to around him rather than this far flung thing, only getting rumors and rumors from far away, you might have a better shot of hearing stuff. But yeah, if your heart's set in staying here, that's probably the best thing to do. It would probably be the ball. But I just gave you a couple of options. Something else if you're interested in too. But I want you to all feel like you have options rather than just well, I don't know what you want, what Eric wants from me, right? I don't want you to feel that way.
When Master Apple comes out being thrown out from
he gets thrown out from his audition. Yeah. Let's be clear.
I was asked to leave violently. It's different.
Asked to leave 3 foot in the air. When you come outside and yell he peed in the cake. If you look down the street, you see Presco talking to someone at the corner of a house.
Ooh.
White is out, waiting for you.
I will fly in the air, Eric, to see who this person is on the other side of the corner.
Sure. LZG, do you have an idea? Is this a pirate captain, or is this a merchant person? Is this sort of a black market dealer?
It's a deckhand.
Deckhand, okay.
It's a deckhand. Or not more harbor worker or dock worker than deckhand.
Got it. Yeah, a true stevedore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking to him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm going to land behind the deckhand and be like, aha! I caught you talking. What are you talking about?
Before you do that, I'd like to see if I can maybe get some information out of him.
Yeah, totally, right? So, as you're chasing them and stuff like that, it seems like we're wrapping up the conversation between these two. And so this is sort of in the past, what this discussion's happening right now. Right. And so you should probably lead here with...
Many times before.
Oh, you've known this person well and had this... You have a rapport with this person.
He's been a good source of information before, yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have a name for them, or should I give you a name?
Trask.
Trask, okay.
It doesn't have a last name. Everyone calls him Trask.
Sure. Well,
like a trash can?
No, Trask with a K.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Trask tells you about the group that you were running with. They killed a slod that was in a church here.
These guys?
Yeah.
The guys who got spit on and passed out?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
They
I'm
killed
the only one that passed out.
Uh,
The,
tr-
Technically,
the
the bird
competent
wasn't there at
people.
the time.
The
people that
competent
got spit
people.
off, one passed
They're
out,
fine.
one aged 10 years, and one was fine.
There were 2 humans with us.
But they turn into orcs, so that's why there's orcs now. So.
The disfigured
I actually
one, the
wasn't there,
bird
so-
one that passes out, and the rapidly aging. Okay, what does Trask have anything that I can use?
Yeah. So let me ask you a question here. What would you? Okay, I'll give you one of these 3 things. I'll give you the name of the ship that that Vanthus is currently on. I will give you where as of a week ago he was most recently spotted, or I will give you larger news and developments about him
Or
as most
the mystery
recent. So
box.
one of those 3. I'll give you one of those 3 things. What do you think is the most interesting to you to
I
find
have
out?
a good location on him, so I don't need that.
Okay.
It's at least something to go on. So I'll take the larger news.
Okay. He has joined up. He has become favored, or has done something to gain some favor of the Crimson Fleet, which operate out of a pretty nefarious place called Scuttle Cove. Which you do not know where that is.
I've never
Apparently,
even
it
heard of it.
moves. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently,
is it
it's
one of those things that I've heard of, but under a different name, maybe.
No, it's always known as Scuttle Cove. It's sort of like it's kind of the mobile base of operations for the Crimson Fleet. Or maybe it's like it's only known to members of the Crimson Fleet. Maybe it basically it has some sort of protection. And
But I know where the Crimson Fleet, where their waters are.
Yeah. You know that it's definitely in the Pearl Sea somewhere.
So we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah. But that's important to know because that means he has a patron, right?
Cool.
Another thing I think you would know from Dagon, yeah, the Crimson Fleet definitely has some abyssal support in their network, right?
Abyssal good or abyssal other than mine abyssal?
Not Dagon. But yeah, they have venture funding from you know what I mean. They have they have a shareholder that comes from one of the planes of the abyss.
Cool. When Master Apple lands behind Trask,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Thank you, Trask. Always appreciate it. And I hand over,
Bag of money. Yeah.
Ooh, nefarious.
Yeah.
What were you buying?
And the guy,
I imagine you saying this up to him as you're walking past you, going down the alley.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he's kind of like looks up at you and he just gives you the finger.
I give him the feathered fingers. I can't do the finger.
Yeah, I mean, as he's walking here and he's and you're just like flying at him, right? And he's like, fuck, screw off, right?
Hey, buck off.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, right.
I have you know that I'm a minor.
And then
Yeah, whatever.
he says back, yes, I've heard your singing.
That's
Eh.
actually A minor.
I don't know. You sound pretty flat to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'll go pee in a cake.
he's not gonna stick around. He's gonna go.
Yeah,
Try to-
yeah, he's probably got work to do. But Apple, if you look back at Presco, he's writing something down in his little red book.
You know, I have a book too. It's actually very, very ratty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what's your deal, man? Like, what's up with all this shade and stuff? You don't seem like the other type of adventurers that I've run into.
Is it sunny outside, Eric?
Partly. Oh, why? One second. No,
Roll for sun.
it's raining.
Oh,
Or
okay.
starting. It's just starting to rain. It's been overcast and now it's starting to rain.
So when you say what's with all the shade, I just look up and go, "It's not my fault. The weather's shit."
No, I'm talking about your demeanor and your, you know, you're clearly trying to go for something mysterious here. I figured you would want me to ask. That's what everyone who's mysterious wants, really, deep down.
Not really. And I walk off towards where I sleep. I don't know. Do we sleep in the same inn, or did I have a bed at the inn where I met
Yeah.
them?
At
Yeah.
the Minotaur, yeah, the stumbling Minotaur.
Yeah.
Well, you could always start by 20 questions. That's a good one. All right, I'll start. What is your favorite color? And don't say black.
Green.
Well, that's actually okay. And now your turn. Ask me a question.
How tall are you?
Can you not tell just by looking at me?
No. I mean, like, you're pretty short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like it's like under under 5, around 5 foot. I think it is
Okay.
5'2".
No,
It says here.
I think he's just killing time with the questions. So he's
All
not.
right, my turn. Let's see.
You cut out. We can't hear anything.
Who is your god?
This is getting very personal very quickly.
I mean, it's 20 questions. It's not called beating around the bush.
The seas.
Like all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Water is water.
Now it's your turn.
I'm trying to not just list off all the questions I have because Presco doesn't give a shit. But I do. Where are you from?
That's a good question. What if I told you I can't remember? Would that pique your curiosity a little bit? Because I actually don't.
Open up another question. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I was with a traveling caravan of entertainers for most of my adolescent life. So I don't know where I'm from exactly. Another question for you. What's in the red book?
Information.
Do you care to elaborate a little more?
We're gonna have to wait for your next question.
Uh-huh. All right then. Fine. Your question.
What's with all the questions?
It's 20 questions. My question. Elaborate what's in the red book.
Question. My question.
Your
Is there
questions are
any
in the
way
book?
make you stop with the questions?
It's
I'm
called
walking at
20
the same time, by the way. I'm making headway down the street.
It's called 20 questions, not infinite questions. All right. Sorry, what was your answer to the last question I asked you?
What was in the book? Your question was elaborate what's in the book, and I said that's not a question.
Uh-huh. Fine. Can you be more specific about what was in the book, please?
Yes.
I like you little shit. We're gonna get on very well, you and I. I don't doubt it.
Okay. And yeah,
He's
cool.
just really fucking annoyed with all the questions.
Yeah. So like you're definitely putting up these walls and stuff like that. And I think we zoom out there real quick as we take a little break.
Okay.
All right. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Presco's not keen on oversharing.
Yeah. Oh, forgot to say. Yeah. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back. Kosa will join us in just a second. So in the meantime, yeah, let's kind of get back into it a little bit. So we're gonna probably, what are we thinking? Are we going to the ball? Do you want to do some more research? Do you want to hit the road? Do you want to like plan a trip or like to where you want to go and that kind of stuff? Because
So
food-
what's the deal? What's the deal with the sailors? Are they still going to stay with us? Or what's the deal there?
Yeah, I mean they're held to the crew. The crew is sort of like contractually obligated. Why do you think they wouldn't? After everything you've been through?
I haven't been through a lot with them yet, so
Yeah, but like you had this feeling that they were. Do you think that's not true? Like from an outsider perspective.
Well, they've had what, 2 captains leave
Yeah.
in the past couple of whatevers. So.
Yeah. But they work directly kind of under Bajko, right? Like Bajko's their sort of like lieutenant, or like they're, like while they're not like the head running all of the administrative stuff of the ship, like the person who's looking out for them and looking out for the crew and training them and fighting alongside them the most is Bajko. And Bajko has sort of been standard. So yeah, it's a good question. I'm going to roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a charisma check for Bajko while we're waiting.
Whoops. Why did I say anything? Oh well.
It's all right. A 14. Okay. No, they're pretty yeah. LZT. 1 second. You have. Oh, yeah. You have 100 gold LZT.
Cool, thanks. I now have 94 gold.
Yeah. Hey, Kelsa. Okay, we're back, and I rolled a charisma save for you about how the crew is handling the departure of the captain, and they're doing okay. I was telling Henley here that the Black Storm's crew, the Bull Sharks, they don't like the idea of losing the captains and stuff, but their main connection to the ship and everybody is still you, right? Like you're the one who's been training them and fighting alongside them and stuff like that. And I think there's probably a moment like back on the ship, some of them come to you and say like, losing so many captains isn't really normal, but I want you to know like, if you wanted to be captain, we'd be there for you. We'll follow you. You are like Bajko. You're the strongest, bravest. Yeah, like you're. It's something you maybe not have heard too much in your life. Yeah, yeah, right. Like, but like they really like no, like we mean it. And in fact, us and our mates got together, and we pitched in. And I know it's not a lot, and you find all that stuff all over the place. But here you go, and it's a potion of greater restoration, which can cure you of exhaustion, right?
Oh,
and that's why they
This
got it
sounds
for
a
you.
Red
They're like,
Bull.
look,
That's actually really important for Bajko.
I know. So the crew has chipped in and got you this for you. This is not a easy to come by thing. They thought about it and they're like, look, like we want you to have this. This is you're important to us.
Mechanically, does it cure one level of exhaustion or
it would
all
restore all
exhaustion?
of it. It would restore all of it.
Okay, so if I push myself to my limit, I can down this and then be back to normal.
Yep.
Actually, that's really great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
it's a really
gonna-
good. Yeah, it's a great potion to have.
I'm gonna pull
Wait.
like all of them into a big old bear hug
Yeah.
with this.
I was
Oh.
gonna say, is this
You just
less Red
pick up
Bull?
all of them like it's just all this huge thing.
Is this less Red Bull and more of white powdery substance?
Yeah, it's cocaine.
it's
Let's be
cocaine
real.
laced
It's
with
just
drama.
cocaine.
Yeah.
It's cocaine, but you drink it.
Yeah.
It's Coca-Cola, the original Coca-Cola.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the crew gives you a little thank you gift for everything you've done for them, and they know how hard it's been for you, and in fact they probably want to know how you feel, right? So like the crew's been kind of like upset about it, but like, how do you feel about the loss of Daquan and now Finny? Like right now, right?
I really like Daquan, and I really trusted Finny to know what was best. But I can lead you, but I can't run a ship, not on my own. Bringing in a new captain, I think, is what's best, and I can concentrate on learning how the ship runs and keeping us together as a team.
All right. Yeah. Like, well, yeah, we'll listen to you. Thanks, Bajko. Right. And yeah, and like one of them
Thank
brings
you,
you
nameless minions.
yeah, right. Yeah, they don't have a name yet.
You only be named when you die.
I think you
That's what we
should.
decided.
Yeah, I think you should name them at some point. You don't have to do it now.
Yeah.
But like maybe like three names or so of people.
Sure.
Bob, Mary, June,
Important
Smith.
ones.
Aren't there
not-
4 of them left?
No, there's a whole crew. That was the away
okay,
team. That was the away team
Gotcha.
that went
So
with
I'll
you
name,
because
I'll
of
name
the
my three bosom buddies.
yeah because the breathe underwater spell could only give it to 10 people, which is why
Oh,
only a
right,
small
right,
group of the crew went with you.
Gotcha. I don't know how many people crew this stupid ship.
I think I described it as something like less than 2 dozen.
Okay.
You're probably around maybe like 18. Just 18.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll come up with some names for these people, and
Yeah, please do not stress over coming up with 18 names. Just like, a couple of the ones that we mostly see on camera, right?
sure.
Maybe like a sergeant kind of person who kind of like runs the smaller group things that you can, if you want to. And then maybe a couple other people, and describe their roles and stuff as however you want at some point, right? If you want
we
to.
have a quartermaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably one of them is probably core master.
Yeah.
I'll name them.
And if you, I
Figure.
only give that to you because it's like they kind of like work with you, and I know you kind of like that
Yeah.
stuff. But if you didn't want that, let me know. And
Yeah, I'm
we'll
cool
give
with
it to-
that. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
I'll have
I-
it by next week.
Think of the
I'm not gonna
firebrands
do it right
thing
now.
so I can kill them. Anyways. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you.
Don't give away my secrets.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
gonna turn into Order of the Stick. Someone's dying, and then they realize that character has a name, and suddenly they're fine because they got
Yeah.
more HP.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, that's a deep cut. It's been a while since I read Order of the Stick.
Hey, what's your last name? No way, I'm saving that for really dire straits.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
It all makes sense now why you're so putting up all these walls. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm an open book, and I've only got 29 HP.
Drama armor.
That explains a lot.
Okay. So are we doing the ball, everybody, or we
We don't have enough money for the ball, Eric Valgaris.
Yeah, makes sense. Y'all ain't rich.
They would make me wear a shirt.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
you're not wearing a shirt?
I haven't been wearing a shirt.
Why does
Yeah.
it look like you're wearing a shirt? Is that your body hair? Oh my god.
It's the body hair, and it's been woven together to look like a shirt.
That's really why I miss Finny. Who's gonna weave my body hair without?
If you yeah, well, if you all are looking to make some money, it's not going to be able to get you to this ball. Like the timing's not going to work, but it's going to put money in your pocket. Just a quick trek down to Sassarin. A merchant needs help bringing some of this. It's called the Green Man. It's sort of like I mentioned it before. It's sort of like Fort Blackwell's own little like Infinibrew kind of like drink. It's been aged for a while. It's some sort of liqueur. It's pretty popular. If you want to bring a shipment down to Sassarin and make a couple bucks, you could totally do that.
Ooh,
Is
moonshine.
this a discussion open in the group?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you guys want to do. I don't want to feel aimless. Like if you feel like you're broke, this is kind of like a milk run. Like it's gonna be pretty easy to do. But it takes you in the other direction.
Milk run. You're not. He
I-
said milk run, guys.
I
It's it's not gonna be easy. no.
Smash cut to dragon eating you all. So
Yeah. I think we need to continue with our quest here.
Yeah.
I think we need to run the block.
Now hold up, just a little minute there. Our quest is only your quest. You need to start
It's also
involving
my
your crew
quest.
members. Well, that's what I meant by your quest. I mean, you two have your quest, and I have the great Pinnacle quest. Huh? It's a good one. And
It's just your
you
name.
know,
I don't understand.
and Scary Boy has assuredly the most quests. So why don't we have a quest together? That way we all have a quest.
you're the only one with not the same quest.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. And we
Guys,
all
include me. Come on.
I want to
I'm
be
a part of
the
this
team.
party too.
I look at really need to remember
No.
all the character names.
Final.
I look at Bajko
Oh.
and like, so what's your quest?
I need to kill Ventus.
Ooh,
Murdered
why?
my
What'd he do?
sister. He
Ooh,
murdered
juicy.
my sister. If I am
Ooh.
not the one to deal the killing blow, then my vengeance shall not be complete.
Well, I mean, we did learn that you can kill ghosts now, so maybe you could just resurrect him and kill him.
If it comes down to that, it will.
That'll make a great story. How does that make you feel? I open my book, lick my pen.
Do you just constantly pluck one of your feathers and dip it in ink to write? Do you just?
No, I have a pen.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably very
fancy.
memorable and has a really good backstory. And then it smash cuts to a memory of me just taking it from a vendor and running off epic backstory of this pen. No.
Hey, that's my pen.
I don't see your name on it. No.
Hey, that's my pen. It's okay. I will make the legend
literally-
of this pen.
It's literally an inscribed pen that says Archibald's pen, and you're like, fuck.
No, it's not Archibald's pen. It's Archibald's textilery.
Right.
It's got a business name on
Yeah,
it.
No,
yeah.
yeah, it's got a stamped logo and everything.
Yeah. Callisto's creative calligraphy device.
What's that? State Farm. What the hell? Where'd you get?
Oh.
At the state farm, the farm that's ran by the state.
Obviously.
That's where I'm from. Don't look into my backstory.
Okay, so doing a milk run doesn't seem like what we want to do. We'd rather just get
after
supplies
asking
and go
Bajko,
forward.
After asking Bajko what his quest is, I shift my gaze over to Korik and my finger along with him and say, "At your quest."
My pen
Stop.
follows his gaze. Yeah.
My quest is to stop the tide.
I mean, you're gonna have to kill the moon.
Not that.
I point to the bird as Bresco knows the characters like the bird.
The tide. I don't think he knows the full name of it, does he?
The Savage Tide.
Yeah. To stop the savage tide.
Have you talked about this before? In so many words.
No, not.
Yeah,
We
okay.
haven't actually talked about it. But Korik it's his quest.
Yeah.
It's his destiny to stop it.
Bashko looks over at Korik and is kind of confused. And I thought you also wanted to take down Vanthus. We were together in this. I thought, what's this tide thing?
Vanthus is a stop on the way.
But we're still killing Vanthus, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm on board.
Well,
That's interesting. Oh wait, go ahead.
my quest is to kill Mantis.
So we can just leave you here. You can go
No.
find one.
I don't have a quest, guys. I don't have a cool quest. I don't have a destiny. I don't have to kill the moon, you know? I don't have
Why
a
not?
red book. I have a brown ratty book. Then
Be part of our destiny. We're destined for fame, and you can be a part of that.
by killing the moon? I don't understand.
We're not killing the moon. It's a demon.
Vanthus is a
Oh.
demon.
The moon
No.
is a demon?
Vanthus is working with the Demogorgon.
Vanthus
You
is
said
working
that
with
name.
the moon? I'm confused.
Are you all just deliberately
Like what?
trolling right now?
A little bit.
Okay, so you're hunting a demon, and it's called the Savage Type.
What it did this, and he like gestures to himself.
Made you made love to your mother? Like, what are you gesturing to exactly? How old are you? 38 years
Cor-
ago, he conceived you.
Korik,
Is that what you mean?
I mean, Korik, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty self-evident, I think. Well, maybe not for you, but like, Korik looks like a fish monster.
Yeah, and there's a orc next to me. And there's also a blue guy next to me that looks like a human, and I'm a talking bird who's 5 years old. At
that's
this
right.
point, I'm just sort of looking at everything, being like, I mean, like,
Yeah, what's the big deal?
it's a big deal. You're a thing.
Question.
Things exist.
Did Master Apple join the party after this happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Apple doesn't know that Korik looked any different the preceding 37 and a half years.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Only Bajko really knows now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to look like Bajko, and I died
More
to
distinguished than me. You've always been someone I looked up to, Korik.
no.
But you're
Well,
the same.
Metaflora.
I know. I'm just joking. Don't worry about it. I'm joshing you. Please go
No,
on.
my name
What?
is Bajko.
Vinny went back to study this, the pearl that caused the curse that's on me, and
Mhm.
and what happens is it explodes in it explodes in a burst of magic, and it turns everybody that it touches into monsters, and it's my fate, according to my lady, that I and my companions, and he gestures to the three of you, stop it.
Interesting. And who is this lady you talk of? Because I don't see her. Is this like is this like a ring situation where she's inside your head?
The Lady Fate, Istis.
God.
Okay.
God, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to try and get a cool destiny as well. So what? But you know, I am interested in having cool adventures. So maybe that's my destiny, to have a cool ass adventure.
It is pretty cold out there on the ocean.
Exactly. And I can at least make sure that people know the whole and handsome truth.
Real quick, Henley, as a player,
Yeah.
would you be interested in going on a quest for your destiny, to find your destiny?
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like it's going that way.
I like the attitude.
I will
Yeah, sure.
adventure
Fuck
for
it.
an adventure. Yeah.
Well, you've heard, it's going to require. It's a little bit off the path, but you've heard that there is a way to there's a way to find your destiny, and this is like a classic part of a hero's journey, right? That like in like the stories, right? The fictional like legends of heroes who were called or were told like what they were going to do, and I'm not exactly sure where it is yet on the map, but let's just put a pin in that, and I'll come up with something next session.
Okay. Cool.
For details about it, and then if you want, you can bring that up, and we might, if the party wants to make a stop there, we can. All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Presco know what Cork's talking about with the Savage Tide and with the Demogorgon?
I mean, I could do it.
I know what I'm pretty sure I know what the Demogorgon is, but I don't know what the Savage Tide.
Yeah. No.
Oh, have I heard any cool limericks about the Savage Tide?
No.
About how it spits hot rhymes and that its foam rises up to smite all the guys, or something like that.
No, you've not heard anything about the Savage Tide. It's apparently a new phenomena.
Wait, are limericks new or Savage Tide?
That's how I get all my historical information.
Limericks are old, and stuff about the Savage Tide is new. I mean, the only people kind of spreading the story of the Savage Tide are kind of you all, right now. Right? There were no one. That's not true, actually. Other people that corroborate this story could be technically Vanthus. It could also be the captain that survived, right? Harless? The one that you all fell in love with, like instantly, from that cove. She could also corroborate it. So like there are other places where people have heard this before, but like it's always told secondhand and think it's just, it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. Kind of, just hightail. People spin in stories as they're known to do.
Come on, no one ever lies in a story, Eric.
No, it's all it's true.
History
all of
is
it.
only
Jedi.
Only truth.
The Force, it's all true. Okay. So rather than just spinning wheels, then, do we want to get ready to set off and journey south?
Sure.
We have to okay. This is actually an important matter. Previously, our crew was able to get by with creating food and water. Do you have that?
I do. I don't have it prepared, but I have access to that spell.
All right. Because that would you could theoretically travel for longer and a little bit faster doing that instead of having to stop every week back to shore, refill, and fish and kind of that kind of stuff if you want to kind of push. Okay. All right then. Let's pick the first day. Oh, you got a great day. It's warm and fair. It's an ideal. It's almost like you're fated to leave today. It's a warm and fair day, clear in the sky. I say that only because every time I do this, I roll off a table. And this is literally what I get. So, okay. It's a nice light breeze leading you easterly. So that's perfect, away from Fort Blackwell. And let's see here. You don't go very far before a pod of what at first you think were dolphins, but they're not. They're like fishmen, not Sahagwin, but it looks to be like merfolk who flag you down. So the heads, kind of like fish centaur, right? Type folk. It seems like a whole family of about 11 or so come flag you down around evening. So you're all are kind of, if I show you on the map here, you're about out here this far. And they try to flag down your ship. And one of the person, perhaps maybe the eldest of the group, tries to speak common. You can tell it's very hard for them, but they say please help us. Please help.
Do I know what they speak usually? Do they speak
Aquan?
Aquan. Oh, okay. Damn it. speaking fish.
What did you say it was? Aquin?
Aquin. Yeah, you know that they would normally speak Aquin, but they're trying to do their
Oh.
best to say that.
I speak.
Save, and like like they're all kind of like going around the ship.
Blub, 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 blub,
Like
blub, blub, blub,
it
blub.
looks like it looks like they want food, or like they're like asking for like you know, they
So-
look like they're pretty beaten. They look like they're kind of scratched up. It looks like you can kind of tell with the whole group, like they have women and children with them. Like it's like maybe like 2 or 3 families, and they have like a bunch of like shells and stuff like that. Probably keep their supplies are in like kind of like backpacks, like they've been traveling for a while.
Like underwater
Boschko.
bendels.
Yeah, Botchko's gonna go up to Korik and be like, Finny would want us to help them.
I
Do
start
you-
doing the same dance they're doing. You know, like.
Do you want to? Yeah, like my question here is then: would you stop for the day and see them, or would you go by?
Let's help them.
Yeah, I'll call out
Sure.
Bull Shark.
Okay.
Well, like, raise the sail. We're gonna help these people. That's what Finny would have wanted.
Can I do a insight check here? I'm a rogue. You know,
Yeah,
I
see if they're
I can
grifting you. Or,
spot-
yeah.
I can spot a you know, one of those sorts of,
Yeah. Definitely.
you know,
Right,
stop
they're-
the boat.
it's just a game.
Come help you.
Yeah. Right. Like it's just a play that they're making. Everyone has everyone has a game. What's their game? Yeah.
Yeah, my game is pretending to be a bard, so you know. It's fine.
Yeah, I hear that.
By the way, Eric,
Mhm.
what does the ship look like the first time I see the ship? 'Cause you said it
Oh.
looked all fucked up.
Yeah, it's not really fucked up. It's just that would someone else describe the ship the Black Storm?
Do I remember what it looks like?
It's got like a bunch of like coral growing out of the hull and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ship
and
is
some
like,
other stuff.
or the ship looks like it was like painted black, like really fast. And then we have a bit of coral. We have coral that is starting to like grow on the ship and kind of like an armor around it.
Underneath the coral, you can see that someone also hastily painted white lightning bolts on the ship,
Oh yeah.
or I guess white silvery lightning bolts. Yeah, it's pretty gauche. It's not a good paint job, but it's theirs. Anyways, so Pinal rolled a 6 for their insight, trying
Yeah.
to scrutinize the motives of this merfolk group. Give me a question that you would ask them if you would have succeeded.
Well, I know thieves can't, so it's probably along the lines of using thieves can't. More like, these people are cool, you know. I'd probably say something along the lines of, it's okay. We're here to help. We're good people. And I was like, and that's something along the lines of like, you know, are you gonna play these dudes? What's going on here? Like,
Yeah, got it. Okay.
because thieves can't like words between words, if I understand can't correctly,
Mhm.
right?
No.
There's someone made a I don't know where, but someone showed me like a very, very excellent version of Thieves Can't. Like 2 guys sitting in a bar discussing about someone helping with, working in a warehouse or something, and everything is translated to what they actually mean, but they speak in Thieves Can't. So a completely innocuous conversation turns into someone planning a robbery.
Oh wow.
Okay, I'll see if I can find it because it's really, really well written.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But for the time being, they say they don't follow along what you're doing. They look
Okay.
confused.
Cant is normally universal, so
Yeah, exactly.
I take that as then like.
If anything,
okay.
yeah. If anything, I think with that they're a little bit skeptical of you, right? They're like, and they probably like you probably hear one of them speak to another, being like, we shouldn't stay here along with these people. Like they don't seem like good kinds. That would really help. Like, be skeptical of all of their generosity. Don't take anything that doesn't seem normal, right? But yeah, they do need your help. So they're led by an elder by the name of Hano N, and Hano asks for some extra money so they can trade with other people, and they describe an evil creature that attacked their house, like their home, and where these people like their village, and they have left. They describe a terrible sea creature that has sort of like it's some kind of and actually, I think to most people it wouldn't make any sense. Maybe to I have the wrong overlay for you, LZT. I'm sorry. Anyways, I think LZT would know what it is.
Sorry, I'm completely obsessed with trying to find this thing. What were we talking about?
The creature that attacked the merfolk. It's a creature called just us as players. It's called a Morkoth. But it's sort of like a cross between a grell, a crab, and a squid. And yeah, to all of you, you're like, I have never heard of this thing. You have certainly heard of this creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morkoths are jerks.
Yeah, all covered in like barnacles of chests and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Sorry, okay. I was fixing the overlay. Okay, yeah, so they describe that this fell creature attacked them and they killed their warriors, and they're all that's left. And they wanted to leave, and they're basically refugees, and they just need food and some money and things to trade. They want to go to they think they want to go up to Fort Blackwell, not to like necessarily get out of the water or anything like that, but they know that it's safe there. They know the humans are safe there. They heard of a ship like yours helping a druid, and maybe that's why they like went this way.
Yeah, we did that.
So I think maybe that's why they're here. They heard of this and they're like, hey, we don't want like they don't have any money. They don't have anything to give you. About like they don't like if you wanted to kill this thing, but like that's not really what they're after, right? They just want to leave and they just need some things to help them along the way. They're willing to perform. They don't want any like particularly just like give us stuff. They're willing to perform some of their dances and stuff for you. If that would be fair, is what they say. Would you make them like? It seems like they're kind of reluctant to do it, but they understand that trade might be needed, right?
Yeah, so I show them the book and I flip through like sketchings and drawings of different things and stuff that I've noted on my explorations and stuff, and then I hand them, I don't know, like 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, you give them 50 gold?
Yeah, I give them 50 gold.
Wow. Okay.
I'll give them like 150 gold to get them by.
Wow.
Because I have money to spare.
Yeah, you all are extremely generous. That won't go unnoticed.
I'll give them 10 platinum because I don't have a lot of gold pieces, but somehow I've got a bunch of platinum.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how much money do you guys have?
A shit ton.
I have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't have any, so I'm not giving any.
I have a question. Am I also keeping track of the ship's money and stuff now? Is that what I'm doing?
Maybe.
I think so.
Because I remember seeing something about me having the bag of holding. And I don't
Yes,
know.
yes, you do.
Oh yeah. That's the. Did you ever look at? I don't think anyone ever looked. Did you look in the bag of holding with the?
I know it's got a bunch of diamonds and
Oh,
shit
yeah,
in
you
there.
did. Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
Is that in Daquan's thing?
I'm not sure. Or it's in. Maybe it's in Finney's.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It was in Finney's. I think she removed it because she told you that she was giving it to you, but like we don't have a list of what's inside of it. Like,
could have been nice.
Pinnell has an idea of what's inside of it from talking to the ghost, but
Mhm.
we never like emptied it out and actually took inventory, as far as I know.
True.
I'm looking in Finney's stuff.
Okay.
I see one thing.
Well, it's got.
In Daquan.
It has 9 diamonds in it. Large diamonds. They're all kind of cut in different ways, but they're about the same. Their approximate worth is about 1,000 gold. You know that because these are for resurrections.
Yeah. Is that where we were keeping all of the ship money as well?
I mean, you probably weren't, but probably now you are.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my black hole in there, Eric. Is that cool?
Probably not cool for the rest of the group because they probably want that money back. And they don't want it scattered across the
Also-
astral plane.
Have a black hole, but
No, I don't. And then have a black hole. That'd be cool if I did, though, right? Like that. What do they call that one where you can like?
Portable hole.
Is it the one where you unfold? Yeah, portable hole. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an Acme, like a Looney Tunes thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we spend the night they eating. I guess they eat some of your create. Do you do create food and water for these people? Like it would satisfy them. But
I found the translation finally.
Okay.
the example of Thieves' Can. Rogue One and Rogue Two. Rogue One, they say a sentence and then I'll say what they mean for an example. Does anyone here know Joey 12 Fingers? I'm looking for people to run a heist. As in, they've got more fingers and they're very sticky. I might. How tall is he? I might be interested. How big of a heist are we talking about? Real tall, but with soft facial features. Big, but easy. Where'd you see him last? Where are you looking at hitting? We were fishing down by the docks and then headed uptown. The higher-end dock warehouses. I think I'll know him. Blonde or brunette? I'm interested. Is this an AM or a PM heist? Morning or nighttime? Or daytime or nighttime? Brunette. He has a birthmark on the top of his 9th finger. 9 PM. Wasn't it the second knuckle of his 8th finger? 8:30 PM works better for me. Oh, that's right. You know where I can find him? Fine. 8:30 PM. Are you in? I've got a couple of friends who might be looking for him too. Mind if they help out? I've got other associates who would also be interested. No, Joey doesn't like crowds. No thanks. Let's keep it between us. Is your uncle coming? Do you have a fence lined up for offloading the stolen goods? No. Who's your uncle? No. Do you have a fence? My uncle recently came down with hemp fever. Well, we'll find someone. Go along. My offense was hanged, but we'll find one.
Yeah. That's pretty
Hemp
good.
fever, aka he's got a rope around his neck.
Yeah.
So that's what they mean by Thieves' Can, and it's an actual real thing. But the fact that someone made an entire conversation in it, it's
Yeah.
Save it now. 'Cause
That's fucking good
I spent
writing.
15 minutes
Beautiful.
looking
Thank you for
it.
sharing.
Thank you. Yeah, I wish I was that clever. That's good. But,
It's really good writing. It's
Right.
fantastic.
So the head of the I'm wondering if the merfolk would even accept your create food. I think they have a discussion about the food and if they should or not because they're really hungry. But
Who's handing over the created food? I'm sorry.
I mean, it would be your food. When you cast create food and water.
My food creates 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
Yeah, it can feed like
22 people.
I think it makes up to
50. No, it's 45 pounds and 30 gallons of water. According to
Oh, well.
And we have 18 crew plus the 4 of us. That's 22, and those 45 pounds are going to go in a day, no problem.
Right. Okay.
2 pounds of food per person per day is
meager.
No,
That's a lot
no
of nuts.
problem. Yeah,
Yeah. Then
I don't know
Okay.
what an Aarakocra eats, but
Nuts, fruit.
okay.
Okay. Then Okay. Then would somebody mind rolling a d6 for me?
I will. I'll do it.
This is the whatever food you have left over. That's like actual, like in your larder and stuff. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, so they break bread and stuff with them, and they eat it with you all. And they thank you so much for your hospitality and like all of the money you've given them.
Are they going to do the dances?
Yeah, they will as if they want. They suggest it. They're like, listen, like this is very good.
Oh,
and if you want-
I'm up for learning it, man. I'm going to be dancing with them.
Yeah.
Let me learn that dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at night, underneath the stars, they do a song and dance. It's a pretty like
Macarena?
intricate kind of synchronized swimming kind of thing. A lot of it kind of it's sad because a lot of it like happens underwater, but you can kind of like see them underneath how it's moving. So like you have to get that impression there. But here's my question for you, Pinal. Do you kind of imitate it from like in the sky? Do you like fly and try to like do it
Fuck it up.
like along
I'll
with
do
it?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so that's cool. So then let's Okay. Yeah. So perhaps then there's sort of a montage of them trying to show it to you, and so then you can kind of translate what's happening underwater. So they can so you can like watch the translation of what's going on underwater and above water as like you're moving. That's really
Yeah.
cool. I like that a lot for people. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
okay. It's okay.
You don't botch it, but a lot of the elegance, yeah, you feel like there's more to see it, but at least you approximate it. Yeah, so other than that, they're surprised. They're really thankful for your help. And then they bid farewell as the dawn comes, and they'll head swimming up to Fort Blackwell, all their goods and stuff on their backs and packed, ready to go. And you all go on your way.
Here, take this very, very valuable super heavy cannonball.
Okay. The next week it is. Ooh. Okay.
I'd like to make sure that I'm using my navigation skills that we talked about, Eric, and we're making very good.
Good. Well, here's what I'm going to say here, is that the next sort of week of travel, it's very good. However, I'm going to zoom in onto a moment of this time traveling, where it's not storming. I wouldn't say it's a storm. However, you're dealing with severe wind gusts going around, and it's definitely trying to list the ship and making sure it's not going like, it wants to blow you more east than where you want to go. Normally this is fine for a ship of your size, but this wind is so strong that you're really having to fight it here. So yeah, I'm going to need sort of a several skill tests here.
Okay.
I'm going to need let's think of it as like a skill challenge of level 5 to do this. Just so you know what's going on and how difficult this is. Regardless of the skills that you choose, so everyone can kind of chip in here. Skill challenges for LZT and Henley, because I don't think we've seen them. If somebody uses a skill, you cannot use the same skill for a skill challenge, and only one person can go before other people can go. So this is 5 people. We have 4 players. If it needs to, someone can go again, right? But the idea here is that you get one skill to choose, and that one cannot be repeated, and the player can't be repeated. For this, you want 3 successes before 3 failures. Okay.
Okay.
And just so you know how difficult this is, you're looking at DC 20s for all of these obstacles because of the wind.
Dang.
Okay.
So what
Ooh.
exactly are we trying to do?
Keep the ship going in the wind.
All right, hold up. How do regular, like, because there's only maybe 2 skills that I have that could probably roll higher than a 20.
You could you could improve morale with a performance. You could help.
But you said it's DC
navigate
20,
the ship.
right? So
Yeah, you could help
Well,
navigate the
so
ship some way. You could use. I mean, there's a way you can think of using like acrobatics or knowledge nature or anything like that to help you out about knowledge of the seas. This would be a way to do it. Things that also count here is that if you have like a really powerful spell that you think could help. I mean, if you have freaking control winds, like that could help, right? Like that's an automatic success, right? Something like that that could replicate something of great power that would work as a success. But in general, be creative, right? The problem here is that the wind is blowing you off course. It requires strength and faith in your ropes and your navigations to keep you going. So you don't get blown off course. Those are the things that are at stake here. I leave it kind of open and leave it creative for you all to kind of like maybe fill in the gaps. But if you ever need any like extra help, any kind of questions, I'm here. Right?
I have a banked nat 20, which I can apply to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see everybody else use their best skills first, and then I can swoop in and save the day.
Okay.
Who's at the helm?
Once we've all gone that. So probably you.
Am I at the helm? I was gonna say.
It's either you or me, probably. But
The
I
navigator.
I think it would probably be you because Bajko is ridiculously strong, and so he's going to be much better used like pulling ropes or like manhandling the sails himself or something crazy. So.
all right, well, I guess I'll do a performance check, I guess, up front.
Mhm.
And see how we go. So I whip out the accordion to try and soothe the nerves of everyone who's participating in this foolish endeavor.
Okay. Whip out the old accordion.
24.
Hey, there you go. One success.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so you're playing over the winds, and like over the howling of the winds, you hear your sea chanties.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's one success. Who wants to go next?
I'd like to stand at the helm and counteract like really powerful winds with my own gust of wind spell and concentrate for it
Yeah, that makes sense.
and just
Yeah.
blow it in the direction we want to go.
Right. So
Anyone looking at me is like, okay, let's not disturb that guy. He's obviously concentrating.
yeah, absolutely, right? And you're casting to the gods of the
Your
seas
eyes
and the
glow and
skies.
spark or something.
No, my eyes go completely pitch black.
Yeah.
The
Creepy.
whites of my eyes are yellow. Otherwise, like I have jaundice, and my irises are like
Blue.
a pale blue, white-ish, and my eyes go completely black when I'm casting magic.
Yeah.
And suddenly the ship is steering where it's supposed to be, or the wind is blowing where it's supposed to be. Anyway.
Would it be so far? Forgive me to like intrude on the creative part here, but is your barnacle out?
No.
Okay.
No,
Oh, you better tuck that away, sir. This is a kid.
That's
show.
not a. It's not a euphemism.
It's not a euphemism for
Yeah,
Belen.
not a euphemism for this character. Yeah, but okay. I like the idea that maybe the gusts of winds goes with the song. So like there's parts where like you're kind of drifting with it, and then it drifts the other way, and it's like the parts of
that's
like the
cool.
song when it goes this way. So there's this long like rocking pattern between the gust of winds and the severe wind going the other way. That's like kind of like so you're kind of
And I think
there's a word for it when you sail. When you cut, you go back and forth instead of going straight because you're going against the wind. But I'm not tacking. You tack.
Tacking, yeah.
Tacking.
I'm at this for so long.
Yeah.
I think regards to the barnacle, my left hand is clenched, and I'm casting magic with completely black eyes, and my left hand is like surrounded in water. It's just a big blob of water that keeps running down my arm.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, it's a storm, it's raining, it's wet everywhere, but this is like concentrated wetness, and I'm just steering the ship with the wind that I'm concentrating
Yeah,
on.
totally.
It's weird magical bullshit. I've already
Yes.
tuned it out.
That's a success. I hear a success from that.
Cool.
So you're still one success shy though.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and blow my nat 20 here to do this, because I want Boschko to be a badass,
Yeah.
where he just is like personally going around and setting the sails, and like usually it's like there's like two guys on a rope that are trying to move the sails, and Boschko comes up and like grabs the rope above them and just like yanks it down with one hand and then uses the other one to tie it off, that kind of thing, and then
Yeah.
like leaps across to the next place to do a thing where he's just like bouncing around the ship, doing some crazy athletic stuff, putting his ridiculous ogre strength to good use.
Which is nice because at the start of this, you were like, I want to learn how to sail. And now here's like you like being the fucking badass sailor,
Yeah, exactly.
It's very cool. That's a very, very nice shift before. Yeah. I like this a lot. If I was smart, maybe the song that we heard, maybe there was a song being played when you were learning how to sail, and this is the same song again, right? But now it's like all the words and you're doing everything right, and yeah, exactly. It's something like that, right? Because I'm here for motifs. If there's one thing I'm a sucker for, it's motifs. So
I also imagined the entire crew like still working their asses off, but everyone singing cadence to the song.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Awesome. So what this means here is that, so those are your 3 successes. So you get it perfectly fine. You're able to use this, so you turn this problem into a huge advantage for you, and you go 3 times as far than you normally would in a day, controlling these heavy winds. So that's really awesome. Which means we get to the Brotherhood blockade. Now, you don't know this, Presco, and you've been sailing into kind of like where this blockade is. Everyone knows about this Scarlet Brotherhood blockade. Now, even you know what? Yeah, even Penel doesn't even know about this, but Boschko and Korik do, because Molos told you there was another way. They gave you a secret. They gave you a secret route, but you need to share that with the navigator to do this.
I feel like we would have already done that before we got close.
Okay. You would have trusted them already for that? Okay.
I mean, like, it's a couple of days' journey to get to this point, right?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I think, after we're already on the way and seeing his competence, then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
There's a blockade, but we know a way around.
Yeah.
And then, describe it.
It's literally like you sail into a cave, like a cove on an island, and you can feel it. Like you almost go under the earth as you kind of follow this current, right? And it's like this really weird tunnel that it boots you up off the other side of an island. And it's a very difficult journey. I'm not going to make you do any skill challenges for this part, considering you just spent so much doing this other thing here. But all of your skills and everything goes through to perfection as you narrow through this tiny little cavernous water cavern, right through this island.
I imagine it like whitewater rafting with a 3-mast ship.
Yeah, literally, there's no room for error here as you're you zoom through this ship around through this island. It's really cool. We spent a lot of money on CGI for this part of the film. All right.
This is why we didn't get Johnny Depp. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. But you have broken through the blockade. And let's see if there's any encounters today. It's a hot day, by the way, with fair clouds and cover. General nice, cool. What do you call it? Just a nice and cool, chill wind. Still going easterly, just the prevailing wind. And we are... I've never heard of this thing. Of course. Okay. course. So I have a table that I roll things on, and this one is monster I've never heard of.
This one is
Oh,
Monster I
oh,
never heard of. Yeah.
oh.
Oh no, you're way too excited about this, Eric.
Whoa,
That's not good.
that's
Uh-oh.
that's what that
That's
means. Oh, well, yeah. It's a creature called a Turlin. Judging by everyone's expressions on their face, yeah, you're as as I am. A Turlin is known by another name. More commonly, it's a flying shark. So-
Okay.
Yes. Finally,
Okay.
I have my air vessel.
How do you spell Turlin?
No, I think there's a moment where like you guys come out of the scope. Tango, Echo, Romeo, Lima.
CKED.
Yeah. No,
Say
it's,
that again, Eric.
sorry. Yeah. It's Tango, Echo, Romeo, Lima, Echo, November. Turlin.
Cool.
Also, I could have just copied and pasted it like a normal.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, so I think it's like you guys leave the cove and it's like this nice, it's kind of this cool bay, and you like someone's like, oh hey look, it's a shark fin, you know, and then it's like, oh wow, look how big of those things are, right? And then it's like, well, phew, I guess we're not swimming here. And then all of a sudden we see like one jump out of the water, and it has that sort of like fluttering flying fish kind of wings to it, and it like sails through the water for like, or through the sky, like kind of like hovering over for about 40 feet before it dips back into the water. And everyone's like, we should leave.
Nope.
Right?
No, thank you.
Turning this nope train around.
Yeah. Do we? What do you do? Do you want to mess these things up? Do you want to be like, nope, let's just get out of here? What does everybody want? I
Yeah,
think
how
the crew,
many of them are there? That's
Oh.
a good question.
less than 8, more than 2. You're not sure. Like they jump around. There's maybe more under the water, right? Just you've counted 4 fins so far. Let's say that.
I mean, this is like right when we're coming out of the cave, right? Like, if we were to turn around, we have to go back through that crazy cave thing, right?
Yeah, but you're in open water. Like you could just like kind of sail out of here if you wanted to. But like,
I mean, I don't want to fight them if we don't have to, but I'm ready to kick their butts if they jump above. If they start attacking the ship, I'm going to hit them with my warhammer. But if we can just press on, then let's go.
There's a cost to pressing on. Is that your ship went through a lot, like going through the caverns and stuff like that. It's like this was supposed to be the time where you're supposed to like rest for a minute, check the ropes, get everything ready to go for open seas, rather than like through a freaking whitewater rafting trip, But instead, it's just like, nope, sails down, go. So like that's the risk.
Question. How big is the ship? Is it like a 60-footer, or is it 120 foot, or 200 foot?
We haven't really described it so much. I think it's about 80 feet, right?
What's that in normal? Normal
right. Maybe like 26 meters or so, 27 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Less than 30, but more than, yeah.
I'm gonna vote that we get out. I'm not here for fantasy Sharknado.
Okay.
Oh, I can make a tornado with the sharks in it. We can make it.
No. Shark, the thing we're trying to avoid. Just steer us out of here. Just get us out.
I, with my knowledge of waters and winds and currents, do I know of any place close that will take us out of here, but still in somewhat the right direction?
Yeah, it's full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Right? Full sails ahead. Yeah, but so then I just need a simple navigation check from you.
Okay.
To do this. So vehicle C. How do you lead the group out of here? Like what do you think? What ability do you think it would be?
Oh,
like what does it look like?
It's my knowledge of the waterways and the seas and the currents and the winds.
So is that intelligence?
I mean that would be wisdom, right? Because it's things that I've.
Well, think of it like this: wisdom
That's
is street smarts and intuition, and
Yeah, but
learned
it's
skills is
definitely
intelligence.
intuition more.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
That makes sense to me. Yeah, right? And it's like, no, trust me, we got to go this way. Yeah, full speed ahead. Okay. Yep, so roll it with wisdom. Perfect. Okay.
16.
More than a 10. You're good to go. Okay. Yeah, you just zoom past the sharks. Can you go ahead and can you roll me another sea vehicles check now that you have escaped the sharks? You're kind of in open water. This is sort of encompasses, hey, is the ship doing okay? Right.
okay,
This
so
is
that would be more like a. Would that be a dexterity to kind of feel what the ship feels like? Or...
No. I actually, you know what it would be. Just make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. You ran the ship with wisdom, so let's see how reliant it was for your ship. Right.
26.
Oh, hey, yeah. This ship handles real well. Bajko knows they're not
Asking the cleric to roll wisdom.
Yeah. That's a natural 20. So I don't want to tell you that you like the ship. That's totally up to you. But the ship handles great, and it's reliable where you want it to be reliable, which is not always the case. You've been on many ships where this is not true. The ship is
Does that mean
special.
it's bonded with our new captain? And we get our you no longer get hangovers benefits?
This is a perfect moment for that. I'd never shared that with you, LCT. I forgot. We use the strongholds and followers rules for the ship, and there's a domain effect by being in part of what's called a keep, and your ship counts as a keep. This is the perfect moment. Like, you've had the time, you've been at the helm of the ship, you've steered it through really like a lot, right? And the ship is still giving back, and it's feeling, it's great. It's a working relationship. You could, I'm not sure what it looks like, but you couldn't bond with this ship, and doing so, this place does become your keep, and it gives everybody mechanically they can't get hangovers. But for you, this is your But for you, this becomes like a special thing. This is like your ship.
I'm not sure I'm ready to commit to that level.
I know, but I feel like there's this sort of like existential like touch.
Vegas wedding, baby. Come on now.
Yeah, it's like you're like
You didn't mean to fall in love, but sometimes
yeah,
it just
exactly.
happens.
The emotion of like the ship.
To elope.
Yeah, like the ship inanimately trusts you, and you're like it's wants to know if you feel it wants to know if you feel the same way.
If I
Passes you a
end up
note in class.
making this my keep, you will know from the look of the ship.
Yeah,
And Eric, we talked about this.
I know. I
Yeah.
know we did.
So
And
I'm not gonna say yes or no, but if yes, then you will. Someone who takes a look will be able to.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there's like definitely like cheers from the crew and everybody, right? Like how well that everyone worked the past couple weeks traveling. And I think everyone like we're probably like kind of sort of fade out tonight with the group kind of like busting out the grog, being like, like good job everybody, like this is a good crew. Especially you, Presco. Everyone's like, like good job, like nice working out there, new guy.
I proved myself.
Yeah, you have.
Navigator.
You have proved yourself.
Not
Yeah,
captain, but
definitely.
helmsman.
Yeah, very capable helmsman, right? So they're like 3 cheers for the helmsman, kind of thing, right? Yeah, I think that's where we close out tonight. It's a nice session. Good shit, everybody. That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's do. I have nothing else. We don't do normally at the end of sessions. I forget this isn't a game where we do experience. So like, there's nothing to do for that part. But like, how we enjoy this?
Yes.
It was a good introduction of a new character, and it was pretty fun. And I'm glad we're finally making progress.
Yeah.
in the main quest.
Yeah. I didn't want to push you guys. I don't want to be the person being like, fucking rail time, go, right? But like,
I mean, to be fair, the
I
last
wanted
time
you all
we
to do
got
this.
derailed, it was 100% my fault.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, right? Like, it's totally normal. Like, all of our derailments have been totally fine. But I feel like we've all sort of felt the thing like, yeah, what's the next thing, Eric? Right? But I didn't want to be the person necessarily to push you all there. So I'm glad y'all stepped up. This was fun. LZT, thank you very much. We're super looking forward to next sessions with you going forward here, buddy.
So much fun! I get
Yeah.
to play D&D again. Woohoo!
Yeah. I like your banter between Presco and Pinal. Because
yeah,
like
that was
yeah.
We're gonna turn into tall, human-looking Legolas and short bird-looking. Would you like
That
me to
still
send you-
counts
Would
as
you like
one.
me to
Already.
send you a box?
Still counts as one. Awesome. Okay.
Ramming into a ship, drowning 50 crew members, still only counts as one.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do some outros then. So yeah, thank you everyone. Seriously. LZT, take it away. What do you want to share? What do you want to plug today?
I got nothing to share. I'm Lima Zulu Tango. You can find me everywhere at Lima Zulu Tango. I'm having a lot of fun. Me and Eric have tried to play together for what, 3.5, 4 years?
3.5 years, something like that. Yeah.
We have shared a room at TwitchCon, and we still haven't been able to play together.
Yeah.
And finally, we get to because time zones are the worst.
We're officially
yeah.
married now.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
I got my ring on the way. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for playing, everybody.
Yeah. Follow LZT if you don't already. Do it. Lima Zulu Tango everywhere. Dempsey.
Yeah, I'm Dempsey. You can find me on Twitter at DempseyDMC. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching. I've been gone for like a month. I missed Finney's last day, but I know I'm really sad. I really miss Katie and Pro Starter, but the show must go on.
We all do. Thanks. Henley.
Yo, what up? How's everyone doing? I'm doing real good. Thanks for watching, and I guess I mean, unless something extreme happens, I think we'll be back next week. Yeah, no problems.
Yep.
So, yeah, come back next week to see more of this fruit salad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nope.
Kelsa.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch and YouTube. It's Kelsa Delphi. I play role-playing games on the internet. Right now, in addition to this game, I'm playing another game of D&D on Thursdays, and on every other Monday, I am playing Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands on my own channel, which is the season 2 / spin-off of my original mobile game Firebrand Zero game, Love and Banterfield. This is Love and Banterfield Skyfist Dive, where we are in a badass underwater city, or at least partially underwater. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. And I love playing D&D. I'm really excited that tonight I get to play D&D in my home game for the first time in like a month. And yeah, that's going to be fun. And I'm really looking forward to playing with these fools next week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that leaves me. I'm Eric Vulgaris, everywhere. I also stream. I'll be playing late tonight, Pacific time, 8 p.m. on my channel. But I'll be playing Ultraviolet Grasslands, which is sort of like a heavy metal Marco Polo D&D. It's a lot of fun.
Heavy metal Marco Polo?
Yeah.
What?
A psychedelic stoner doom metal meets the Oregon Trail, or meets like the Silk Road, traveling across a grassland full of detritus across space and time. It's super fun, super cool. I
thought you meant the game you play in a pool called Marco Polo.
Oh no! The actual
And I was
the
just
long
like,
journey
hold
caravan
on,
stuff. So you can see that like caravan stuff has been on my mind. Traveling for weeks and things has been a thing for me recently. It's kind of like filling the space. I have a soft spot for hex crawls, everybody. So like this is the idea of like point crawls, navigating for weeks and like going to site kind of thing is a place where it's a comfortable point of GMing for me. So I like this a lot. But also I want to say thank you so much to the Greyhawk channel for everything they do. Let me run this game on their channel and let us use their Discord. And thank you also so much for supporting them. Definitely follow them if you're not already. And if you are, give them a couple $1 dues. They make amazing shows. They have like literally like 2 shows every day. It's kind of incredible how much work Mage and Sage and everybody does in that community, keeping this place full of content. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. Same Savage time, same Savage place. So see you next week for episode 21, everybody. Bye.
Kill the moon.